show, a dance floor charts and talk show. Call it what you want to call it. Waller's in your back pocket.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. My name is Terence Trincop, and this is WallerFM you're listening to live on Twitch. And with me, of course, is Graham.
The very one and only, it's me, it's Graham. How are you doing? How's things? What's happening?
Well, I'm doing pretty good, Graham, but I think the audience might have noticed one thing. One of us is in the studio, and one of us is at home. Isn't that right, Graham?
That is right, Terry, and I'll tell you for why. Sometimes, in a nation's time of need, you don't send out your top A-list celebrities and let them get whatever's going on.
Basically, what you're saying is that you're too good to come to the studio, aren't you?
Well, I mean, in a nutshell, yeah. I'm top tier. You're kind of a bit further down, aren't you? So you can go into the studio. I'll stay at home and make sure I'm a nation's sweetheart.
Obviously, we're all aware of the situation right now. We can't be mingling with each other in the workplace, you know, but a lot of the WallerFM staff are still going into the studios every day and doing the work. But some of the top-tier presenters, as they say, have decided that they're too good for it and they need to be protected from nasty viruses, and Graham is one of those.
I mean, you know, as you said, top breath. They've had a talk about it. Top tier, keep Graham safe. What about Terry? Get the Trincop in.
Hashtag keep Graham safe.
Hashtag keep the nation's sweetheart breathing. You know?
Well, look, I mean, first of all, you're a top tier celebrity. Who else is in your tier?
Oh, Marty Pello, he's in there. The whole cast of 2 pints of lager and a packet of crisps, including Will Meller.
Don't know who he is. This is the top tier of celebrities. I was thinking,
top
you know,
tier.
like Usain Bolt, you know, Kanye West, these sort of, you know,
the band
Madonna.
Cast.
The band
Madonna.
cast, right. Okay, what tier is this? Is this the top
tier?
The top tier of celebrities who might appear on a local radio show in the afternoon?
Listen, like, the only thing is about you, Terry, you've always got this little mardy little nod about you, and you think that you're in charge. It's Graham's show, it's Graham's packed lunch, it's Graham's lunch bunch. It's never been about Terry. Terry's top...
Are you hearing this? Audience, are you hearing this? And by the way, I'd like to bring acknowledgement that we do have a live audience today, visible in the chat. And that's right. But these are some of your boys, aren't they, Graham?
Well, they are, yeah. These are the people who've been listening to Graham's Hot Porridge. All right, Porridge crew. I've been doing my own thing on Twitch, Graham's Hot Porridge, and these guys have been, they've been watching, been doing a bit of Brian Lara's cricket.
Yeah, I've been learning a lot today. I've been learning a lot, and one of the things is that I haven't seen Graham for over a month now. I've been coming into the studio and doing WallerFM live. And Graham has been at home, and I thought Graham was, self-isolating, maybe working on himself, because, there's a lot to work on there. But actually, Graham's been doing his own Twitch streams, hasn't he? He's been playing Brian Lara's cricket on Twitch, and he's got himself a whole crew.
I absolutely have. You look at these comments. We've got the Porridge Boys, Porridge Life. It's all happening.
Look at these. Are these all your people?
Gang.
Keaton, man. Hey_it's_DB. He says 4 love hearts, and I don't think any of them are pointed at Terry, are they?
Well, of course they're not. Because they're not. Like, I don't know if you've seen me play Brian Lara's cricket 96, but it's honestly the way I'm hitting that ball.
On the what's this on the Super Nintendo? Are we talking?
No, on my Casio keyboard.
Bullshit, Graham. Don't give me this crap. Brian Lara's cricket was only released on the Super Nintendo.
No, it wasn't. I'm just joking around with you. But these guys have been watching it, and that's what it's all about. The thing is, Terry, you're not up on the technology like I am. So Team Tether, get lost, Kate Walnut, will not be having
Team
that.
Terry. Thank you, Kate Walnut.
Into the chat,
Team Terry. Right. If you would, Graham, you know what? These people, they're just there to put you off. That's what they are. But the thing is, though, let's look on the positive side. This is the first Graham's packed lunch since Well, since
The last one.
Well, since the last one, yeah. But it's been the first time we've been together, and we're usually daily together, and now we're back together. So we should at least be looking on the positive side.
And that's right. And it's nice that we're all here. It's nice that they're here. It's nice that you're here. It's nice that we're here. You are the powerful legs behind the beautiful, serene me that's swimming atop the lake. Someone's got to drive through the water, Terry, and that's you.
So, obviously, these are all the porridge crew, but is this now... So can we sort of say that it's Graham and Terry's hot porridge, maybe?
I mean, that's a stretch, isn't it? I'd prefer it if it's just Graham's hot porridge, but at a push, I'd go Graham's hot porridge with a sprinkle of Terry.
I mean...
Work for you?
To be fair, I mean, what is the sprinkle?
I mean, everyone likes porridge. You've got to get that lovely porridge inside your little belly box, haven't you? A little
To be fair,
sprinkle
Graham,
of Terry
honestly,
on top.
you know what? The sprinkle is the best part of the porridge, so I'll take that.
Is it though? Because do you have a jar of sprinkle, or do you just have a sprinkle?
I just drink sprinkle from the jar, Graham. You know me.
That sounds about right for you. Though, don't you? That's why you're so bloated all the time.
This is just absolute nonsense. I'm not bloated all the time. Anyway, what we've got is... tell you what. Now you're all here. Now everyone's here. Let's play a bit of the theme tune. How about that?
That'd be nice.
Graham's bunch, I'm the head of the bunch. Graham's bunch, I'll make you eat your pack lunch.
My name is Graham, I've got my own show, driving around in my convertible.
Graham's bunch.
I got my own show, Graham's show, I got my own show. Feeling Graham, feel it of course, feeling the rhythm, feeling the fourth.
Everyone in a lunch bunch got a hump. Everybody in a lunch bunch got a Graham. Graham in a bunch with a lunch got a hump. Everybody gotta have a lunch with a Graham. Graham got a lunch.
Well, Graham, you know what?
I think we need a rewind.
No, we don't
Is that
need
what
a
you're going
rewind.
to say?
Did
Yeah, that's a
anybody
good
in the
theme
chat...
tune.
Did anybody hear a mention of Terry in that theme tune there?
Yeah,
No,
we
we didn't.
it was whispered. It was whispered all. You won't hear it because it's your name, but it was actually whispered the whole way through. It was a little bit of like Terry, all the way through. Guys, you heard it. Give us a shout in the comments. Don't be all like, no, there's no Terry. You all heard it. Hidden in the bass, Alice Astro. She knows what she's talking about.
It's just a recurring theme on this show that Terry is really carrying the show, and it's Graham's name all over it, and Terry's being left out a little bit.
Sorry, I'm still lost in the converter. Whoa, that was a good line that I rapped out. It took ages
know,
to do that.
I
We
know,
had to fly to America.
I know, you didn't fly me over, did you?
You didn't need to be there, did you?
Do you hear this, ladies and gentlemen? Do you hear this? It's just dealing with fevered egos.
I mean, the thing is, it is always about Graham, and you're one of the bunch. You're part of the bunch. That's just
Graham's up there in the top tier with
tier.
the Blackout Crew and the Lost
Blackout
Prophets,
Crew.
and I'm sat down here, bottom tier with, I don't know,
You're in the nosebleeds. You're in the nosebleeds.
in the nosebleed zone.
Yeah. That's
Okay, so anyway, it's a normal day.
Sorry to laugh, Terry. Sorry to laugh at that, but it's true.
If you've just joined us, it's Graham and Terry's packed lunch or lunch bunch, whatever it's called currently. Terry's not updated on it, and we've got Graham on the phone because he's too much of a pussy to come into the studio.
It's not that. It's just you don't want to send out. Would you have sent?
Round of applause for Terry there. Round of applause for Terry.
That's awkward, isn't it? Is there a round of applause for Graham?
Yeah, Terry's got the soundboard, because that's what you get,
Yeah, of
Graham.
course.
If you don't come into the studio, you don't get the soundboard.
No, that's true, actually. That's true. That's true. And I'll give you that one. You're always the consummate professional out of the two. I'm the dreamer. I'm the head of the bunch, and that's why you're sort of the legs beneath my wings. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well. Anyway, we do have a few things lined up for you today on Terry's packed lunch, and one of the things is we're gonna Terry's packed lunch. Hey, if you're in the studio,
Terry's off ham.
no, Terry's fresh ham joint, ham hock, Terry's ham hock.
Terry's ham hock. All right, Terry's ham hock. I'll be on Terry's ham hock.
Yeah.
Oh,
What will
no,
you be?
no,
A
that's
sprinkle of
Terry.
Graham with a Graham glaze.
Exactly, with a Graham glaze, and that got that level of laughter from me. So,
Yeah.
Terry's
get-
back lunch. That's a good one. Well done, Kyle. In the comment.
Right, thank you. Right, Spack Lunch. Kyle, you've just made the list. Right. If any of the mods could just block Kyle, if you could. I was talking to the
Send
porridge
him to
crew
the top tier.
Are these all your crew then? Are these some of the local crew?
Some of the guys, yeah, give them a little head ruffle as I go past and say, "Oh boy, there you doing?" And I'll
Yeah.
do a wheelie.
Zeta 147, one of yours, is it?
Yeah.
Bear fighting bagels.
They're all there. That's it.
Yeah. Oh, have you got
Terry,
a
you're showing Zeta? Terry, you're showing yourself up. So.
right?
That's the people saying that.
Fine, fine.
Me.
We'll just go over to Graham then, shall we?
Yeah, Graham's. Hello. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Graham's Bloody Bunch. All right, you're the porridge gang. Let's just drop us kegs and cover ourselves in porridge. All right. Like me, if you do like me, come for a ride in my convertible.
He hasn't got a convertible.
I have, and there's loads of seats in it and all. So
That'd be a bit rubbish. Usually they only have 2 seats, Graham, don't they?
no, it's actually true. Some people can sit in the boot though, can't they?
Anyway, so we have got a few things coming up today. We're going to attempt Graham's adventure question game.
Which is the king of all games.
Yes, we'll be dipping into the WallerFM archives to bring you some never-before-heard nuggets.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Yeah, and we'll be having Graham and Terry's leisure centre lockdown. I don't know how that one works, Graham. Have you put much thought into that one?
Well, the thing is, Terry, I'm an ideas man, and the leisure centre lockdown speaks for itself. Am I right, guys?
I can see people in the chat asking for Malcolm. People are asking for Malcolm. Where's Malcolm these days?
Well, the thing is about Malcolm is he would like to think he's also top tier, but he's got a bit of an overprotective mum. So I've been on the calls a few times with him. I'm his line manager. I've got to do his one-to-ones, and his mum won't let him out. So
right. Well, just make a note, Graham. Make a note. We will be calling Malcolm at some point later in the show because we need his perspective on things, don't we?
I mean, there's no reason not to. He's a man of the world. He's a young man of the world, and he's got his finger on the pulse. So
we've got some. We'll be having some letters for Graham. People have been writing in because obviously Graham's been off the air for the past month. People have been writing in. They don't know what's happened to him. Some people have suspected that he's died.
Well, we have had Easter recently, haven't we?
Oh, you do have a big Easter usually, don't you?
I do have a big Easter, and I eat so much that often people do think I've sort of bloated and and died. But I always writhe again. So
we'll be talking to a Fred West lookalike.
Oh yeah, nice.
Yeah. I don't know if he will actually. I talked to him the other day. He said he was definitely up for it, but I've not been able to contact him since.
No, well, it's quite hard, isn't it? It's quite hard. It's Fred West, isn't he?
People in the chat are asking if Grandma Patty is still around.
I mean, I've not heard from her. I don't know. Is she in your address book?
I don't know. She's in a home at the moment, and
well, yeah. I don't think you need to say anything else about that. Do you?
She's at home.
Yeah. Oh, she's at home, not.
Home. She's not a. Well, it is a home. It's her home.
I mean, it's her home, isn't it? That's true.
Yeah, but she's in a home. I know it sounded misleading, but she's in a home, which is also her home.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you're in a home, it would also be your home as well, wouldn't it?
Yeah. So we're all in a home, really.
So we're all in a home, really, aren't we?
Unless you're on a bus.
Unless you're on a bus, but then if that's your home, wherever you lay your hat, that's your home, and that's what Paul Weller sang in the 80s. So I don't think it was Paul Weller. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, what if you put your hat down and then you forgot about your hat and you walked off, and would that hat then be your home? But you'd also gone home, but you didn't take your hat with you.
Finders keepers, isn't it?
You didn't think about that, did you, Graham?
I didn't write the song.
Paul Waller, someone pointed out in the chat. Absolutely.
Paul Waller, that's nice.
Yeah.
Golden.
Paul Weller FM. Graham will be making cups of tea for everyone in the chat later. So if you just state your milk and sugar preferences, then Graham will make sure to get it right. And also, scale of 1 to 10, light to dark, 1 being the lightest.
I was going to say that's very important because I like to let it brew for a while. What I can't stand is anyone that doesn't. So
Green Tea 10 says cool blob. Oh, cool Bob.
I make a good brew with such a limp wrist. I'm sorry, mate. Have you seen me play Brian Lawrence cricket?
Absolutely. Whoever said that in the chat, damn right. Team Terry. Hashtag Team Terry.
That's aggressive, and there's no need for that.
We're up there. If you're in the studio, yeah, then you get your name on the show. That's a new rule I've just thought up.
But that's not true, though, is it? I mean, even if you look at the picture on the WallerFM, the Fat Pie podcast on here, there's a picture of me first, and then there's a picture of you. So
yeah, but the picture of me is slightly brighter.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, that is a good point.
I brightened it so that I wanted everyone all the attention to be brought to me, and honestly, it wasn't me. It was one of the graphic design lads that knocked that up. I like the choice of background today. It's very, it's black, isn't it? It's very minimal.
It's just like your mood, I suppose, isn't it? Just like your mood.
Black, yeah, very black.
Very black.
Black comedy.
Listen, right? I came out of my stream for this. So what have you got for me?
Oh, you came out of your stream. I just need a few more overs on Brian Lara's cricket. How do you manage to do that, Graham?
Well, often, because within the settings you can set it for real time. So I've been playing a 5-day test match over 5 days. Honestly, I'm day 3 in. I've had to pause the console because you can't save it. I'm just itching to get back to it.
Honestly, the only reason I let you come over here with your chat is so I could sort of pull some of them back into the Terry zone, and away from the sort of Graham regime.
That's true. But the Graham regime's pretty good, guy, isn't it? Right? Ruffle your hair, jump in the convertible. Let's go for a spin round the block. Do you want to listen to my new rap song that I made?
Or are you in the Terry paddling pool? Paddle with Terry.
Pretty good. Paddle with Terry. Yeah, I quite like a little paddle with Terry. Nice.
So, also we might be dipping into Challenge Graham later in the show. Some people have been asking over the last week, how many scrunched up carrier bags can Graham fit in his mouth? And if you'd like to put the prediction in the chat, and then we'll try and do that. But then we've got to take Graham's word for it, because obviously he's not in the studio because he's scared of a few silly little germs.
Well, I'm sorry, I'm just looking at some of these numbers here. 12, 4, 8, 28, that's ridiculous.
10,000. 100,000 from
100,000, silly, ain't it? But,
I
mean, this is going to be a bloody hell of a show, guys. So strap yourselves in, knock yourselves out. Let's crack on.
Yeah. Just a quick,
right.
Topic. I was just thinking about this earlier, Graham. Slips or briefs?
Slips or briefs. I suppose within my cricket career at the moment, I'm going to have to go for slips, please. Breathe. It's just the way that I talk. I can't help it.
We are dipping into the WallerFM archives. Like I said, some of the stuff that we recorded many years ago, and it was withheld from the public for... why was it withheld, Graham?
Well, I'm really pleased that you asked. It was withheld because sometimes when you've got such a deep body of work like we have, you found a couple of bodies that are lying below the fresh of the water. This was one of those bodies. We tried to, get rid of it. The government, the bloody regime found out, brought it back to the surface. That's where we are. Does that explain it for you, Terry?
I think there's another reason, Graham. I think the WallerFM couldn't handle they couldn't handle the truth that I was spitting, because this was a clip of when I just about had enough with this show, and it's coincidental because it seems like it's coming back around again. But it was a time when I'd absolutely had enough with Graham and the station. And
so bitter all the time.
Have I not got a reason to be bitter?
He's living in my shadow. It's Graham the Shadow. Yeah, that could be your name of your show, couldn't it? Graham's Shadow.
Terry's Shadow.
Well, no, because
Terry's Shadow Warrior. I'm not living in your shadow.
You're living in my shadow.
Yeah, because you're so fat. Everyone's always in your shadow because you're so fat, Graham.
It's been a really big Easter.
Really big Easter.
Really big Easter. Honestly.
Right, we're going to be...
Fat shaming.
Fat
Absolutely, fat shaming.
Yeah.
Anyway, go on. cut to your bloody clip. You're in charge, aren't you?
So we're going back to
Top Pocket.
Terry's Top Pocket. We're going back to 2012 here, very briefly, and we're going to be playing Terry's Top Pocket.
WallerFM. WallerFM. So, welcome to Graham's Lunch Bunch, I'm told it's called. And, well, Graham, what's this about?
Myself and the producers, we've sat down and we've thought, everything needs a rebrand, so we'll give the show a new name.
Graham, you know I love a rebrand.
You do?
And I've been with you for 4 series now, and that's not including the Tracks FM stuff, and still I don't see my name in the title. We've had Graham's Packed Lunch, Graham's Midnight Snack, Graham's Friday Lunchtime Attack. It's never been Graham and Terry, and I'm always here.
Well, I feel I'm sort of carrying most of the sort of personality of the show. You were never sort of hired on the same level as me, so I don't think you should be, on the same level.
It's a double act. It's not a single... I mean, I don't want to be one of the bunch, because there's only me, there's no one else.
Yeah, no, but there's all the listeners, they're the bunch as well.
Also, I'm one of the listeners.
No, I mean, you're like... If there was to be a hierarchy, I would be at the top of the tree. You would be heading the fans and the listeners. You'd be at the top of them. You'd be in charge of keeping them under control and sort of keep them away from the head honcho. And that's me, give me my breathing space.
Look, it's annoying because I've put so much into this show, Graham. I've been the one coming up with a lot of the games.
If you want to hear some of my game ideas, shout. Let me think. One on top of my head. Graham's Space Rod.
What would you do on Graham's Space Rod? Think of and we'll play it. We'll try it.
This is what would happen. Graham would probe space to find black holes.
How do we play that on the radio?
We go into space.
Yeah.
And we'll find the black holes.
Well, let's just say, let's start it. Graham's Space Rod.
No, it wouldn't sound like that.
I always announce the games.
All right, do a better announcement then. Don't do it with disdain in your voice.
Graham's Space Rod.
No, not too soft though. You're not a soft robot.
Graham's Space Rod.
No, you're not an idiot on the street.
Graham's Space Rod.
No, you're not a foreign idiot on the street.
We are Space Rod.
You're not Chinese. Stop it.
Graham's Space Rod.
I don't know if we can continue working together.
Graham's Space Rod.
It's not a question.
I don't know. I'm not very good at announcing things today. You've put me on the spot. You've made me bring into question the way I speak.
Just Graham's Space Rod.
Graham's Space Rod?
Graham's Space Rod. Yeah?
That's pretty good, that.
Thank you. It's better than what you did. All right. Oh, we're in space. My probe is picking up a black hole. Is there a caller on the line?
You alright? How you doing?
Okay. You're in a black hole. Oh. What can you see?
Oh, it's just black like. I can't really see anything at the moment.
There's got to be something there.
No, I can't. It's a black hole. I can't see anything.
What about can you see a castle?
No, it's all black. I can't see anything.
All right, cut the caller, Terry.
I don't understand what you expected from that caller.
Just, because he was gonna say something like, I can see half a Mars bar and a motorbike. And I'd say...
But you didn't tell him there was anything in there. You said it's a black hole. Black holes are black.
Well, how do you know? Have you ever been in a black hole?
Yes.
No, you haven't. Don't lie.
I've been in a black hole, a white hole, a Chinese hole.
No, that's not radio friendly, is it?
We all do it, Graham.
Well...
Oh, and that's the end of part 1 there of the unheard WallerFM stuff from the archive. How did you like that, Graham?
Graham's bloody Space Rod. I'd forgotten about that. I had a right little giggle to myself.
Yeah?
Graham's Space Rod.
It's quite a good one, wasn't it? Yeah, so obviously, we've got the same problems we've got today with Terry being a bit grumpy and Graham taking all the credit. But this is we're talking 7-8 years ago here. So
and one thing I've got a lot of time for you about, Terry, is the fact that you can take something like that these days. You can take that knock on the chin and you can come back bloody fighting. It's all right. What's Benny Bear saying? This sucks my ball bag. Yeah, well, nobody wants to suck your ball bag.
Graham, don't get angry. Don't get angry at the comments, Graham. don't feed the trolls.
Feed the trolls. I do. That's the thing. Message deleted by a moderator. Get
Oh,
on
nice
that.
one, mods.
Crikey. Don't let the guy see the negative feedback. That's
No.
true, actually.
Give us hell. Give Graham hell. Let Graham
him
know.
hell.
Let Graham know
Yeah, that's true.
how he's letting us down, because one of us came into the studio today.
And if I do have to lick somebody's ball bag today, I'd rather it be yours, Terry, if that's all right.
I want to know what Malcolm's doing.
Little talcum powder.
Right, I'm gonna give Malcolm a ring if you don't mind, Graham. Are you all right with that?
That's absolutely fine. It's not a bother for me.
Malcolm, are you there?
Hi guys, hello, it's me, it's Malcolm. How
Hi,
you
Malcolm. Where are you, Malcolm?
doing? I was at the dinner table with my family, but I've just gone up into the loft now because I saw it was you calling, and I thought it might be a private call.
Well, I mean, it is a private call. I mean, you can do a conference call over dinner if you want.
Well, but sometimes when you call Terry, you often call and you say, "Oh, a gentleman caller," like that, and when you're doing those calls, that's when I have to go upstairs, isn't it?
Malcolm, you're not supposed to say that on the radio.
Oh, are we live? Oh, I thought.
Yeah. Sorry, Mal. I didn't actually. Sorry, Mal. I should have said, Mal. We're live. We're live on Terry's Hot Porridge.
Terry's Hot Porridge.
I should have mentioned that actually before. If there's only a few people in the chat, if you could just. Malcolm was joking there. He was joking.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You don't want me to mention the gentleman caller thing again.
And also,
because the thing that you sometimes,
it's just what we do. It's just what we do. It's just what we do.
I won't say the thing that you told me. I just won't say it. That's fine.
It's two men enjoying a different.
Yeah.
We should just brushed over it, shouldn't we, Malcolm?
Brushed over it. Right. Yeah. No. Well,
look, it's been a while, Malcolm. I've got to say, it's been a while since I've heard from you, and well, it's hard to run a show all on your own here. You do understand, don't you?
I mean, I can do some of the work remotely from home.
Like what?
But I can check my emails.
Well, how's that going to help the show?
You might have an email about.
I can check my emails, Malcolm. I get 7 or 8 a day. It's not hard to check. I check them while I'm on the toilet.
Yeah, sorry, I sent you quite a few of those today. Well, my mum won't. I'm not allowed. I can't come in at the moment because of what's going on.
You're not at risk, Malcolm.
I'm top tier. So.
You're not top tier, Malcolm. I'm higher tier than you are.
Well, and I've been doing my own. I've been doing a bit of my own radio show on Twitch as well.
You're on Twitch as well. Are you on Graham's Hot Porridge?
I mean, a few of the guys from the office have been on it because we're all in the same situation. And
on Brian Lara's cricket.
You're part of the bunch, aren't we?
And you didn't. Why haven't you invited me? I'm not the fall guy. I'm not the one everyone hates, Malcolm. That's you. I'm supposed to be. I'm higher tier than you in the.
Yeah, well.
Oh, this is pain. This is painful, Malcolm.
Did you get the all company email that went out about Graham's?
No, Malcolm, you check my emails. You've been checking my emails. Didn't.
Yeah, no, you didn't get that one. Did you get the letter drop that we did? We did a letter drop for it.
No.
No. I mean, well, sometimes it's just, it's part of the bunch, isn't it? But no, I mean, you're welcome. I can send you the next invite while I'm doing it if you want.
No, it doesn't matter, Malcolm. Just when you let everyone know what's been going on in Malcolm's bric-a-brac. If it's been a while since you've sent one of those in.
Malcolm's brick. Well, I've been thinking about the Malcolm's bric-a-brac kind of brand, and
I've been thinking about doing something a little bit new for the bric-a-brac. Just a little, like I was going to do. I was going to start with like an interview with another top tier celebrity, and then they're probably going to do a little bit of the swap bric-a-brac. I've got some stuff. You've got some. I don't know if you want me to do a bit of that or
or not.
Have you been staying out of trouble, Malcolm? That's what I'm asking, really. I'm asking because we did have some slight issues, and Sandy had to send you home, didn't she?
I'm a curious boy.
There was
I'm a young man finding my way in the world, stepping into the tepid ocean, climbing my own mountains.
it's probably a good thing that many of us didn't have our own radio shows at the age of 15, because the things we might have discussed might have treaded into these areas that you seem to just be happy to boldly stride into. Your sister, and
I've got a good pair of walking boots. I'll stride in. You
do, Malcolm.
Find my way. Sorry, one of my fans has said on the chat. Any chance of a virtual jumble sale? Yeah, all right. Shall I do the theme tune?
Oh yeah, go for it, Malcolm.
Hang on. It's my jumble sale. It's my jumble sale. Have you got your jumble sale? Have you got your jumble sale? What's in the bag? I don't know. What's in the bag? Let's have a look. Let's take a look in the bag for the jumble sale. Right, guys. Hi, welcome to the jumble sale. We're here in sunny Chesterfield today. There's a lot of people over there, and some people in the background. Right, I've got my jumble sale bag. I'm going to ravage around inside the bag, and I'm going to pull out the first thing that I see. Oh, look, it's an old Nottingham Forest shirt from 1996, and it's got Roy Keane's name on the back. He wasn't at the club at the time, but they've still put his name on, but the love of the Keane was so much. Great. And what do you want to swap that for today? I really like the look of that workbench over there, but I know it doesn't have any tools with it, but would you mind a swap? Yeah, sure, let's shake hands. Ding, ding, ding. And that's another Terry's Turbo Topping swap-in. I know I used your name, Terry, but it's because, I just wanted to make you feel like you're part of it.
That's absolutely brilliant, Malcolm.
That's honestly a lot out of me, that does.
Well, you know what? We're going to go back over to Graham's hot porridge now, and because I think Graham. Thanks for joining us there, Malcolm. I'm just gonna cut you off if that's all right. Round of applause for Malcolm there. Thanks, Malcolm. Graham. Malcolm's he's upstaged you there because he's actually brought something to the table.
Right, well, I mean, I heard it, and I've got a lot of time for Malcolm. He's a good guy, big up Malks. But that's why I'm his line manager. He's learning from me. He's got that can-do attitude, and I think sometimes, Terry, you could do with a little bit of that spunk.
No, Terry, you know what, Graham? I've got a am-doing attitude, not a can-do attitude.
Sorry.
Am-doing.
Your ham-doing attitude.
Am-doing attitude, and you're doing a, Terry's ham hock. That's what we're on. Terry's ham hock now. We're not even doing, and we're not doing Graham's adventure question, Graham. We're doing Terry's adventure question, Gary. Terry's adventure.
To hear it. I would bloody love to hear it.
Yeah.
But I don't think you've got it in you.
Terry's tampon trek.
Terry's tampon trek. Terry tampon trek, I'd go for it. Trek in the mountain.
Terry's tornado taunt.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Terry tickles top. No, not saying that one.
Terry tickles what? Top
breath. Let's go Terry tickling top breath, and I wasn't going to say anything else.
What else could it be?
Well,
topsoil.
Terry tickle topsoil would be pretty good, actually.
It doesn't really explain the game, though, does it?
Well, it'd be you going round to people's gardens who recently have just done a bit of scarifying. They might have just ripped up the lawn. They're ready for a bit of topsoil, and you're planting the seeds and you're tickling the topsoil, aren't you?
I like it, Graham. I don't know if it could be done with social distancing, though. I suppose people could be warned that
keep them in the house. You're in the garden. Keep them in the house.
Okay, but we can try that later if you want. I mean, it might be a bit late now. I don't know if people would want me sort of
in the garden. It's not digging, the best time this time of night. Actually,
digging around the garden. I think someone said Terry's tickly twat up there. Don't have a tickly twat. Don't have an itchy twat.
Well,
my
if you
flaps.
did have one, you put cream on it, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I would do. I've got all the creams. because I buy the creams before I get the conditions, and it's not the other way around. Got to plan ahead.
That's nice, that as well. And if I were a person that made adverts, I'd ask you to do them, because that was really delivered well.
I think that would be a much better advertising sort of, angle, wouldn't it? Don't have the condition, buy it anyway.
Yeah, anyway.
Yeah.
Get ready, just in case.
Don't quite have an itchy twat yet, but you might do soon.
Might do next week.
You might, if you're going to the beach, there might be some critters might get up there.
Some bloody yobs throwing sand.
Yeah, they might be throwing sand. Throw some sand, but in there, there's some herpes or something. I don't know. It could happen. It's happened before.
Well, and it will happen again. Listen, right? Either you're going to do Terry's tampon trek, or Terry's tepid tails, or Terry tickles,
toenails,
topsoil.
Topsoil. Terry tickles top. No, we'll do Terry tickles topsoil. Okay.
All right. Well, if you're going to do that, it's either that or Graham's bloody adventure question game.
I'll tell you what, we'll
call him for it.
We'll try. Look, shut up, chat. I can see more Terry than I can see Graham in the chat, and that tells me one thing: Team Terry.
Well, we can all pay bots, can't we?
Pay bots? What is it, Graham? Russian elections? These are your people. If anyone's brought bots along, it's you.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, I brought a couple of hundred just in case.
Just pro Graham bots. Do you release them on Twitter and they just sort of like momentarily, just occasionally tweet?
Yeah, we've got a couple of key paragraphs that they send out. One of them is, "Gee whiz, I can't believe how good Graham was on the radio tonight." Yeah. And another one is, "Gee whiz, I can't believe how good Graham is in bed."
Yeah, so Graham's got the rosiest lips. And then people that doing like top lists, top 5.
Well, that was you that said that one.
Top 5 rosiest lips, and it just always puts you in at like number 1, doesn't it?
Number 1. Top 3 sweetest cheeks.
Top 3 sweetest kisses. Graham usually gets number 2 on that one, though, don't you?
I do actually, because
Selena Gomez always beats you, doesn't she?
She's got kissable lips, hasn't she? So
I think it's because you've got lips for radio, Graham.
Oh well, listen, right. Well, you be the judge of that.
I don't know. Can't see you. You could look awful, Graham. You could have put loads of weight on. I don't know what you look like because you've not been to the fucking studio. And pardon my French, I am a little irate today.
Sorry, I was just practicing my kisses.
Didn't hear him.
That's a shame. It's pretty nice. I like that.
Thanks, crowd, for that little cheer there. Okay, so let's do Tickle Terry's topsoil.
Lips for radio, but tits for the telly. So.
Are we going to allow, I'm thinking aloud here, Graham, are we going to allow your porridge boys, your porridge crew, to get involved?
Depends if they're any good, I suppose.
Are you any good, porridge boys, porridge crew? No, yes, porridge crew.
I still think I think a few people missed lips for the radio, but tits for telly. I thought that was pretty.
Lips for the radio. Who said that?
I did.
You've got lips for the radio and tits for telly.
Tits for telly, or tits for Terry.
Tits for Terry.
In fact, actually, that could be one of your things when you're out and about in the late night bars. Go into a bar, you see a nice girl, she's got a nice voice, you want to have a little word, you can go over and say, "Oh, you've got lips for radio and tits for Terry."
What do you reckon?
And if she mishears it and gets offended, you can say, "No, tips, like."
All right, okay, yeah.
TIPS.
Is that after she's sort of hit me and said, "Oh no, you didn't"?
Yeah, that's true. Actually, that happened a couple of times, hasn't it? So yeah.
Right. Has anybody in the chat got a tip for Terry?
Tip for Terry.
Not a tip for Terry. We don't want to see any breasts in the chat.
And I'll start you off. Tips for Terry. So, for example, things like if you've got an old drinks can, don't throw it out. Cut the bottom off, the little circular bit. Punch a hole in it. Put some string through it. You've got your very own necklace. Get 2 of them. You've got a brand new pair of earrings. People won't know what they are because they won't have them. So that's a good one. That's a level of tip that we're interested in.
Or a very tight pair of aluminium shorts.
That's true, actually.
There's tits in the chat now. Look at this. Look at this smut in the chat, Graham. Look at these tits.
Yeah, I need some tips. TIPS.
There's loads of tips for Terry coming in. Tip for Terry. Empty your bottles 7 o'clock on a Thursday, so the sound of people clapping covers the sound of your alcoholism.
Sound of your alcoholism. Yeah,
That's
fair
not
enough.
true. I'm substance abuser, not
That'd be,
alcohol.
no, exactly. And you've got to wait for the special bin for that, haven't you?
Yeah. Brown bin day.
Yeah.
They're not
The
doing
brown
that at
bin
the
day.
moment, are they?
Not doing that at the moment, mate.
Because when there's a virus, shit don't grow.
Shit, it don't, brother. It don't. You've got to mix your own stuff, haven't you? Save your Allen keys, put them in your pocket, and pretend you have lots of change. That is a good one, actually.
That is a good one, actually. Who's that? Who's that?
That was Coronic. I've got an absolute shed load of bloody Allen keys all over the place. Can't be asked to sort them out. Put them in my pocket. Have you got any loose change? Bloody loads of it. Ting-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling. All right. Someone burning.
There's no need for that sort of smut. Mills of bills.
Mills of bills. Didn't see that one.
So, okay, so we're going to start a new quest. It's Terry's.
Crikey.
It's Terry's Tyrannosaurus topsoil. Now, what was it? Tickle Terry's topsoil. It doesn't sound quite as adventurous as Graham's adventure question.
Well,
does it?
I suppose Tickle Terry's topsoil, it has a little bit of an edge because, you're tickling the topsoil. Sure, you're there to help the little seeds grow and germinate, but at the same time, what are you going to find? You
What
tickle
have
the
we found?
topsoil. What have you found?
Yeah, what have we found? That's the question we're putting to the chat. What's
Let
been
me build the scene.
Okay, build the scene first. Build the scene first,
All
right? Okay, so
I'll build the scene first.
where am I?
So, Terry, you find yourself in the garden of a lovely semi-detached home. There's a fence down one side that separates the two joined houses. There's a fence down the other side that separates, the undetached house. You've walked up the drive and you've been very quiet because it's night time. Oh, first clue, it's night time. You've gone into the garden, you brought your box of grass seed, but at the same time, you're ready for a bit of troweling.
Whose garden is it? It's not my garden.
It's not your garden. Oh, second clue. It's nighttime. Diddly-ling. It's not your garden. Diddly-ling. And you start spreading your seed. Your wild oats are being spread across the topsoil, and you're really making it look good.
Am I obscured by any sort of shrubbery, foliage at this point? Because if I'm stood there spreading my seed in a garden at night, and it's not my house, then I think
It's not your house. You're gonna need a bit
I've
of
got to be
foliage.
quick. I've got to be quick, haven't I?
That's
Because
true.
the
You're
cops
being
are gonna
quick.
turn.
There's a bit of foliage, but oh no. The thing is, Terry, you see something out the corner of your eye on the topsoil, a bit further down the garden, and it's sparkling. You go up to it, you have a little rummage around, and you find something. And now we're going to go over to the chat. What has Terry found?
It's human teeth. We've got Super Nintendo, Space Raiders.
Oh, well, actually, yeah, do you know what? I like that. Diddly-ling, you found it. It's a Space Raiders packet from the early 90s. It is. It's one of the packets. It's not the foil line packets. It's more see-through. So you're dealing with the past.
They just never decompose those things.
Well, they don't. But the thing is, though, Terry, you have a rummage around inside that packet of crisps, that empty bag. But it's not empty.
No, and it has a ruby necklace in it. Where did the ruby necklace come from?
Let's come from. Here we go. Whose ruby necklace is it?
Right. I think we might have to go over to the phones.
No, let's take a call. Hello, have we got a caller?
Graham!
Hello, who's that?
Graham, it's Andrew!
Right, Andrew, take a deep breath.
You can't do it, Graham!
Take a deep breath. You're on the line, Andrew. I'm here. It's Graham.
I don't even know anymore, Graham. I don't even know.
Can I just ascertain first of all, just 'cause I'm doing a tally, are you part of the bunch or are you from the porridge crew?
No, I'm from Malcolm's Bric-a-Brac.
Not what I expected, but I'll chalk it up. Fine.
We're a small crew, but we stick together.
Okie dokes, Andrew. So are you upset about the game or are you upset about something else?
It's brought back too many memories, Graham. It's the ruby necklace in the crisp packet that's brought back too many memories.
Andrew, I think you might be onto something. Tell me about it. Let's dig into the memories.
It's a harrowing tale.
Well, sometimes when you're doing a tickle of a topsoil, you're going to uncover some mysteries, and we're here for you, Andrew. We've got support after this. Go on.
I used to have panic attacks, Graham. you know. And what do you reach for when you're having a panic attack, Graham? What do you reach for when you have a panic attack, Graham?
A ruby necklace?
No, you don't. You reach for a bag.
Cool.
So you can breathe into the bag and breathe out.
A Space Raiders bag.
I shouldn't have been in the garden in the first place. I shouldn't have been there, Graham. I went into the garden late at night because I was having a panic attack on the street, and I could see there was a wolf. I think it was a wolf anyway. It was wandering about the streets looking in the bins. It might have been a bit smaller than a wolf, but it was a wolf all right. And I was wandering about, and I had to go into someone's garden to find a crisp packet to be sort of panicky into. I don't want to remember it anymore, Graham.
Right, well, okay, what I'm going to say to Andrew
There was a man in the bushes!
Right, okay, what I'm going to do then, I'm just going to put you on hold.
He had his willy out!
Right, and I'm going to get Imogen. I'm going to get Imogen, so she's going to have a word with you, and she's going to talk you through this one, all right? Right, so I'm just going to put you on hold now. Cut him off, please, Terry. Cut him off.
I've cut him off, and I think we've got Imogen on the line. That is, it's getting very tense here. So, well, it turns out Andrew has had a very similar experience. He's been into a garden. He's been messing with the topsoil.
Topsoil.
He's already a panicky guy, and he's gone into one of the gardens, and we're going to put Imogen through. And Imogen, are you there? Are you on the line?
Hiya, it's me, it's Imogen.
Imogen, could you just tell us about your professional sort of qualifications that you have, and why you're the sort of person we should be approaching here to deal with this?
I'm very professional, for a start. I'm a good team player.
I'm not talking about accolades.
I can work as part of a team or as an individual.
It's not a job interview. You've got the job. Just tell us what your qualifications are.
I've got a GCSE in childcare, and I worked part time for a few years at John's shop for a while.
All right. Well, let's figure out. Look, we've already given you that. You've already got the job. We just kind of hope that you might have a really good qualification that makes you sound professional. But there's a work on that. You've got to work on that. You can take what you've actually earned. What you've actually achieved in your life, and spin it to sound good.
I've got a badge in tombolas.
I don't think that's possible. How do you get a badge in tombolas?
I was just trying to think on my feet.
Yeah, you can lie. No one's going to check. Say you've got a PhD in something.
I've got a tattoo on my left sleeve.
Okay, don't talk about your tattoo. We're going back to Andrew.
I haven't got
no,
one.
you haven't.
You're
scared of needles, aren't you? Right. So obviously you're the most professional person that we've got on the line. You're going to be, you're one of two people on the line. You're going to be talking to Andrew about. Well, you're just going to try and calm him down, I think. Well, I hope.
I mean, that's what I was trying to do, but you brought me live on the radio and put me on the spot.
It's a TV show. It's a radio show. What do you expect?
I think I'm having a panic attack.
You're supposed to be helping the man with the panic attack. Right, cut her off. All
right. That's interesting.
Right, okay. Should we get Andrew back on the line? Maybe you could sort of talk her out of the panic attack.
I don't think we should get Andrew back on the line, to be fair. Even if we do, Terry, I think before we do that, what we need to look at is what we've just found out. Because I actually think we found out some key clues there. So you're in the garden, found the bag. Go on.
I was just going to say, if anyone in the chat maybe we could just get someone in the chat to go and check on. We could go and check on Andrew, and what was the girl called? Amanda? No, what was she called? Imogen. Andrew and Imogen. If you could just go and check on, Bear Fighting Bagels. You go and do that because, we're not doctors. We're not the NHS. We're not the NHS emergency line, are we? Go and check on them because mental health.
Say that with a fourth emergency service, aren't we? So up there with the AA. So.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, I was doing a roundup. So, Space Raiders. you're in the garden, you found the bag, it had the ruby inside. It flashed back to Andrew. Andrew's there in the 90s. He's just found the bag. He's gone for that bag because he needs a breath. There's a naked man in the garden. But why was there a ruby necklace inside the bag? Did the man feel guilty after Andrew left and place that in as a small reward? I don't know.
Did he use it?
Go on.
Did he use it to entice Andrew?
Maybe
Andrew. I don't think Andrew was being entirely honest.
Honest. Doodle-loo-loo-loo-ling. I think you found another clue there.
Yes. At this point in the game, Graham sometimes he'll go and get into the isolation chamber, and he'll just have a think about all the clues. Sometimes we have to stop the show for 25 minutes, 30 minutes, so Graham can isolate and think about all the clues, put them all together, and then come back. And often he comes back with a solution.
Well,
but of course,
that's why
you don't have the isolation tank at home, do you?
No, but I've got the bath and I've got a duvet. It's pretty much the same.
We might have to go over to the chat.
Oh, hang on. Bear Fighting Bagels can confirm Andrew's doing okay. He's had a Space Raiders bag and he's inhaling that sweet, sweet alien dust.
It's
great
good
to know.
Oh, it's good. Usually it's best if you tip the dust out before you have a panic attack into it. But sometimes you haven't got the time.
Yeah, you want to get a little bit in your throat, won't you? All right, fine. Whew. So, what? First of all, let's just pause and step out of that for a second. How are you finding Terry's tickling topsoil?
It's basically Graham's adventure question game.
It's basically Graham's adventure question game, but it's more limited because we're in the garden.
But we're not confined to the garden. We could go to space if we want to. We could go to Saturn.
True, actually. I've never been to Saturn though, so I'd have absolutely no sort of story behind it.
Yeah, you don't want to get it wrong, do you?
Don't want to get it wrong. I've done that before.
Right, so now we're in the garden again. And we've got so many questions to ask. The Space Raiders bag, the ruby, the man in the bushes, the panic attack, the wolf.
Oh yeah, I didn't even mention the bloody wolf, did I?
Honestly, I think he was lying. You've got to be tuned to the sort of honesty spectrum here, and I am in tune with the honesty spectrum. I can spot a liar a mile off.
A mile off.
Don't have a go at me, Graham, just because I've got a slight, problem with the way I speak sometimes.
That's fair enough. Right.
You don't know my background. You don't know my heritage.
I mean, it's a little bit of this and a little bit of that, isn't it?
Yeah. Only one of us has got a constant lisp.
That's true, actually, but it makes the way that I say things a lot more fun, doesn't it? So, back in the bloody garden. Come on, guys. Get your nutting on this one. We're back in the garden.
So what we're doing is we're just looking for some leads now.
That's true, actually.
We should be paying attention to this audience. I think in the audience, we might have someone who knows something.
Let's have a look.
I'm saying in the audience there could be someone who's got more information than any of us. And perhaps they're saying the wrong thing. Perhaps they're leading everyone down the wrong path.
Well, I mean, there isn't a path at the minute because we're trying to sow the bloody seed, aren't we? So we can grow the grass.
Binolf says, got to look at the trees, man. Could be
trees. Fair enough. Right, okay. So, Terry, let's just zoom back into that for a second. Just cast your mind back. You're in the garden. You can see it. You look around, Terry. The moonlight is shining. There's a security light from a few doors down. You can see the trees. What's in it?
Something's hanging from the trees, isn't it? Someone, let's just call them Sadie, has been walking along with a dog. The dog's done its business, and, quite rightly, they've picked up the dog's business, tied it up in a little bag, because that's what you're supposed to do these days, isn't it, Graham?
That's true, actually. Yeah, but then
they've completely ruined it by tying it to the tree.
To the tree, yeah, because they've gone, I don't want to carry a bag of shit around with me.
Yeah, so I don't know what they're thinking. Are they thinking, hey, everyone, over here, poo in a tree, someone else sort this out? Maybe that's what they're saying. But that's not out of the ordinary for this tree.
No. Well, you step a little bit closer, Terry.
you step a little bit closer and you find that it isn't a bag of poo at all. It's not even a bag.
It's not a bag of poo. It's not even a bag. What is it?
What does the chat think it is? It's the TV Times, but every page is Dickinson's real deal. That's interesting.
Nice.
Isn't it?
That is interesting.
Yeah, it's a fake copy. Very good clue there. It's a fake copy of the TV Times, and every page is Dickinson's real deal.
Real deal.
And
so
I don't even know.
To something, isn't it?
Is that programme even still on?
It's not on anymore.
What happened to Dickinson?
Ah. So, does the quest keep us in the garden, or does it take us out of the garden?
I think it takes us out of the garden and down the road to the antiques shop.
Oh, crikey me. To the antique shop because of the ruby necklace.
The ruby necklace was missing from the antiques shop. Dickinson's real deal is all about buying and selling old things for a profit.
Oh my goodness me. Oh my goodness me. But we get to the antique shop and it's not open.
Of course.
There's a sign on the door. What does the sign say on the door, guys?
Closed for lice removal.
Oh my goodness me.
They've had a lice problem.
They've had a lice problem. Head lice?
Head lice, back lice, leg lice.
Leg lice, wet lice.
Yeah, cold lice.
Cold lice.
Little nibblers.
Yeah.
Just lice, all the lice.
All the lice. All the lice.
Yeah. And someone said, God, this is a bit lousy, isn't it? It's a bit lousy.
Nice. That's pretty good.
That's
pretty good that someone said that. Pretty good. Oh my goodness me. Right, okay, so it's closed for lice. But actually, you try the door, it turns out that's an old sign that's not been taken off. It is open. You walk inside.
God, this is... You know what, Graham? This
The
is getting
door
too much.
opens.
It's getting too much, Graham. My heart is pounding. It's getting too much.
That door opens. It's a creaky door. You walk through. You can hear your footsteps on the wooden floorboards. That means it's not a new shop. The lights don't come on automatically. In fact, you hear the pull of the pull cord. Click, click. It doesn't work. How are you doing, Terry?
Graham, I'm feeling like a mastermind. I'm feeling like I'm on the show Mastermind. And I've sat down on the chair and they've said, what's your specialist subject? And I've said the completely wrong subject. I've said the wrong subject. I've said cello, concertos on the cello. And honestly, that's not my specialist subject.
Well, it's not. And in fact, they're not even doing the concertos on the cello. They're doing wheel hubcaps from the 1990s.
Yeah, obviously. So my specialist subject would be furniture adverts. I've seen every single furniture advert from 1982 until about 1997. I've seen every one of them, and that's my specialist subject. But for some reason, I sat down and I said cello concertos, and now I'm being peppered with these questions. I've just got no idea how to answer.
No idea.
And that's how I'm feeling right now.
Well, within this, because it's Terry's topsoil, there's a few little special things that you can do. You can take a sprinkle break. You can have a rummage around in your sack. That was sack, sir. It's hard to say, sir. Have a rummage around in your sack.
Have a rummage. I'll just say it because some of us can say the entire the entire alphabet spectrum, and some of us are confined to just a few letters. Sack is the word he's trying to say.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying sack.
It's S-A-C-K, not T-H-A-C-K.
Have a little sprinkle break, rummage around in your sack, or you can sit down and have a Kit Kat. You don't have to do any of them.
If you're over in the comments there, should I have a sprinkle break? Should I have a rummage around in the sack, or should I have a Kit Kat? It's not sponsored, this, is it, Graham?
It is a little bit, yeah. Kit Kat have asked me if I can just drop in Kit Kat just around this sort of point in the evening.
Okay.
The more people that say it just sort of, it's a quid every time.
Is it a quid for us, or is it a quid for you?
It's a quid for me. Quick quid, isn't it?
What a surprise. What a surprise.
Right. Graham's quick quid.
Graham's quick quid. And if anyone who wants to donate in the chat, all that money is going to Terry.
Terry's quick quid.
Terry's quick quid. There's no company behind it though, so I've got to I've got to rely on the power of the people.
You're a lonely guy, no company at all. It seems like a lot of people are saying the Kit Kat, which surprisingly I would have said.
I would have gone for
the worst.
Yeah, I would have gone for the sprinkle break. I think
Sprinkle break. I would have gone for the sprinkle break.
It's everyone in the chat has been paid off, haven't they? By Nestle.
I call them Nethel.
Nethels, yeah.
Nethels. Right, okay, so we're going to have the Kit Kat break. You sit down. You pull up a chair.
No, we're not, Graham. We're having a sprinkle break.
We're having a Kit Kat.
Anyway, Graham,
I was trying
to softly
chocolate.
Okay, fuck it, Graham. Kit Kats are shit. Have a breakaway instead.
It's a 4-finger Kit Kat. You run your finger down the groove between the chocolate and the foil. You don't break the foil. You just run it smoothly down, guys. You snap all that beautiful chocolate. You have a Kit Kat break. You nibble the top off. You nibble the bottom off. You'd crack out your canteen. You use your Kit Kat like a straw. Eat the Kit Kat.
Is that it? Are you still sucking that corporate willy, Graham?
Couple of quid, innit? Couple of quid. It's going to pay for my next holiday. Couple of weeks down Margate. Yeah, right, we're having a sprinkle break then, are we? Sprinkle break?
Having a little sprinkle break, and we're going to go over to part 2 of the WallerFM's archive dig. It's WallerFM's archive dig with a very angry Terry, and I'm actually in a good mood now, Graham, because Tickle Terry's Topsoil has been. I think it's going really well. Tickle Terry's Topsoil, and it's going a lot better than Graham's Adventure Question game would have gone. So I'm in a good mood, and I think we're going to go over to part 2 of a blast from the past. And Graham, if
no egos here.
If you'd like to quickly have yourself a little wee, Graham, I would. I'm not going to judge you.
Don't need one, guys. Don't need one. Just
hold it in.
So.
Hold it in, Graham.
Just don't need one. Don't need one. I only have one a day.
Waller.
Do you like that?
WallerFM. All right, new idea. Listen to this one. It's like ER, but it's called GR.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd just like to point out this is part 2.
Is it a game or is it?
It's a game. It's a game.
So, ER stands for emergency room.
Yeah.
So what's GR?
Emergency room.
Grimergency or Graham's room.
Because it's grim. Grey emergency room.
Grey emergency room. Okay, grey emergency.
You've got to do it pretty quick. It's grey emergency room.
Grey emergency room.
Right, okay. So, I'm the doctor on call, and we've got a patient.
A patent?
No, a patient.
Patient.
A patient.
You got to have patience?
No, well, you do, but we've got a person in the bed.
Are they patient?
I think so. They've been there for quite a while.
They probably have to be with one of your games.
We've got a caller. You can just for this, you can pretend to be the caller, all right, Terry?
All right.
There's a guy. He's been in a road traffic accident. You're the caller. So, it's a grim emergency. Who's on the line? Is that Terry?
This is Terry Trincop reporting.
Okay, right. Where should I make the first incision?
What was wrong with him again?
He's been in a car crash. He can't breathe. We might have a punctured lung and a fractured rib.
Cut just below the bottom of his rib cage.
You've won a toaster! Great first incision. Now what should we do next?
I like the prize element here. Do I get the toaster?
No, you don't. No. I haven't got any. I mean, I can get some prizes if we do.
Could you get us a cheap toaster?
I could get you a cheap toaster.
How much is a toaster these days?
£9.
I might just hold out for that then. Can we keep playing?
Yeah, we'll keep playing.
All right. Or should we go to an actual caller?
Maybe go. Do you want to try it? Really? If you want to try it, we'll have to buy the prizes at a later date. I think I'm ready.
We don't need prizes.
We don't need prizes.
I think whether we have prizes or not, people will ring up, won't they?
Yeah, it's true.
Just because they want to be on the radio. Prizes, you get to be on the radio.
That's true. All right, let's go. You're in the grim emergency room. Doctor on call is Graham. Who's on the line? You have to speak clearer. This is a grim emergency. The patient's losing blood. Stat. Vitals are below 50. We're getting the critical stage. Right, Hank, this guy has been in a serious building accident. He's been hit by some polypipe. It's hit him on the back of the skull. Where should we make the first incision?
I'm good at this.
Vitals are below 30. It is getting critical.
Just under his left ear.
Just under his left ear. Great first incision. You've won a snooker ball. Okay, right. So we've made the first incision. We need to.
What colour? What colour?
The colour isn't. What colour do you want?
Snooker ball, yellow.
You can have a yellow one. You've got a yellow snooker ball. Okay, right. So we've made the first incision. We need to get inside his skull. What are we going to do next?
Get inside his skull.
Vitals are below 20. We're going to lose this guy. How?
Is there a door?
Below 15. We're losing him.
We could open it with a drill.
We haven't got a drill. It's not a bloody DIY. Vitals below 5. This guy's flatlining.
Should we drill? Hit him.
Get the paddles ready.
Oh, no, defibrillate him. Defibrillate him. Oh, is he back?
Clear. He's back. He's very weak. We're below 15. What are we going to do,
Make
Hank?
an incision just below his neck.
Below his neck.
No, in his neck. On his neck. Above his neck.
There's blood everywhere.
Oh, no.
This is a mess.
I don't want to play anymore.
Time of death, 12:43. Male, IC1, died of blood loss from the neck.
I did all I could. I just wanted the prizes.
Cause of
I
death,
did all I could. Can you
poor
not
incision
bring him
work
back to life?
from Hank.
Oh, no. Can you not let him just try his pulse?
Okay, Hank, calm down. It was just a game. I'm not a real doctor. This is not a real emergency room. There's nobody dead. It was a game.
I can't still get me yellow snooker.
Do you want to double your yellow snooker ball? Do you want to stick or do you want to twist?
I need a cue, really, to play snooker and a table. But if we start with the small bits, could I get the yellow ball and the black ball?
Well, that's either stick or twist, Hank. What do you want to
I
do?
don't know what that means.
You either stick with a prize or you twist and go into the next emergency.
Oh, no. Oh, I don't know. Oh, I don't know if I can handle another one. Stick with the prize.
Stick with the prize, okay.
Oh, no.
Basically, we'll get your details. We'll get your details
You're
and
not having my details.
to send you the snooker ball.
You're not having any details off me.
All right, okay. Do you want to come down to the studios and get your snooker ball?
Oh, I'm going to come down anytime.
You'll come down anytime. You get your snooker ball. Thanks for playing, Hank.
Thank you. As long as no one got hurt.
No, not in real life. If it was a real emergency, it would have been carnage. You would have been hauled up in front of the bloody directors for that performance.
It's like I woke up from a dream and it never were real and all the clouds are parted and you can get on with your life without knowing that there's a horrible thing in the back of your head just reminding you of what is a big tragedy.
All I can advise is don't go into any kind of sort of medical work because I don't think you can handle it. All right, Hank. Thanks a lot for playing,
I was
mate.
thinking of going
See you later then, Hank.
Okay, and we are back. That was a flashback to when we had a really good game show, I think. That was a really good game show. Graham's Grimergency Room.
It was bloody great. I don't know if it needs turning up a bit, please, Tether. You're in the studio, but you can't even do the knobs right. There we go.
It's because Malcolm's using the studio. Thank you, everybody. It's all right. We didn't lose it for too long there. Could you actually hear me at all?
No, we could hear you a little bit, yeah, couldn't we, guys? We heard him a little bit, but you got to do the knobs right. That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Thumb
Well-
knobs you get right, Tether. Thumb knobs you get wrong.
Wow.
This is not your day on the knobs, is it?
Oh, Graham. I was just going to somehow transition into another innuendo-based joke, but I think we've had enough of those. haven't we?
Innuendo.
Yeah. Well, you've got that for Scrubs, haven't you? So,
Classic. It's mine. I wrote that.
yeah, Graham's stealing from sitcoms again.
Yeah, well, probably. What I like though is that Hank. That was a really good clip, and Hank, he was fun, wasn't he? He really got into it. Bless him.
Do you know what part of the show it is, Graham?
What part of the show is it, please, Tether?
It's Guess the Biscuit that Terry's eating.
Oh, go on. Oh, crap. I've got a crunch to it. It sounds like a crunch, you know. No. Oh, scratch that. Not.
Someone got it! Sorry for shouting there. Someone got it. It's Bourbon.
Bourbon. Fuck off.
Bourbon. It's Bourbon.
With too much crunch, your microphone's too good. That's what
Bourbon.
the issue is.
I turned it up for the so you could hear it, and it's bobbing.
Right, wow. That's nice. Whew.
God, it's too much. There's a lot of drama today, Graham, on WallerFM.
There is, and so much drama, Terry, that I'm definitely going to say that we can't take any more drama with Terry's topsoil. We're going to pause it there for tonight on Terry's topsoil, and we'll come back. We'll dig into it another time.
We just have to remember where we are on Terry's topsoil.
As if we're going to forget. We're in the antique shop. We've got the Space Raiders bag. We've got the ruby. We've crept in the door. We turned on the light. Click, click, click. Light didn't work. Sat down. Kit Kat. That's where we're up to. We had a little sprinkle. See what happens.
I just want to go over to the chat right now. Kyle Rona really enjoyed the sound. I don't know if he seems to be having some sort of religious moment with that sound in the chat there. Were you talking about the bourbon, the sound of the bourbon?
The thing I would say about Kyle is that he's I mean, you can see from that he likes to get involved with the chat. Yeah, and that's nice, and I admire that. But I've got time for everyone in the chat, not just Kyle. So
Just like to point out, Clagnuts, the biscuit was not soggy. I'm not playing soggy biscuit in the studio on my own. Crunchy.
But you do normally play it on your own, though, don't you?
Yeah, I do play it on my own. You know what you're getting.
You know what you're getting. The best way is to play it on your own.
Yeah, so you always win.
You always win. You do. You always win, and you bloody know what it tastes like. So,
yeah.
So.
A bit of soggy biscuit. We'll be doing live soggy biscuit later in the show. I think Malcolm will be hosting that. It's one of his game shows.
It's one of his favourites. Right. Well, but what is it time for, please, Terry? So we've had what biscuit you eating. That's great. But what part of the show is it?
Well, it's everyone's show. Well, it's not everyone's favourite part of the show, but it's my favourite part of the show because I like to see what's going on inside Graham's mind, and we have a little questions for Graham section. And it's been a while since we've done questions for Graham. Graham, how's your question answering been recently?
Just before I get to that, couple of things. A few people have been mentioning it. I'm just going back to the chat. I've lost focus. I'm back in the chat. People are saying a few people have said, "Is it me? Is the best Graham, or is it Graham Norton?" I'll let you be the judge of that. And Chris Pighill has mentioned about plastic bags, and we did say we're going to do the plastic bag competition later. So we'll keep hold of that, Chris. It's in the back of our minds, but it's not at the foreground.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm dipping out of the chat.
And in the future, Chris, if you get a feel for the things that we say, and we probably don't get round to doing, and it seems a bit too much effort to be stuffing plastic bags into Graham's mouth, and then trusting him to count them because
Because I might try and I'll just probably lie, guys, to be fair. It's
the same when he's had a drink. He starts counting all these drinks he's had. He'll be like, I've had 3 bottles of wine, and it gets more every time. Every person he tells, he adds another bottle
of wine. I've had a Bacardi breather. I've had 3 VK oranges. I've had 4 VK watermelons. I've had
gin sling.
A gin sling, an espresso martini. I had 4 cups of coffee,
Yeah, exactly. So you can't trust Graham. That's one of the fundamentals of this show.
I am still off the sauce. I am. Anyway, sorry.
I'm glad you're admitting that we can't trust you. It's letters for Graham.
Letters for G-Man.
Okay.
The J-Dog.
Okay, we've got a letter here. Dear Graham, whatever happened to your buy one, get one half price offer on fish fingers at Summerfield? I've tried hundreds of times, but I always get stuck on the last clue. Help a brother out. And that's from Adele Costerclink.
Right, I see. Well, is that part of when I was doing those adverts, Terry?
Yeah, I remember. It was a long time ago.
It was a long time ago.
You did a quest. It was a live quest, and it was mainly on ITV, and it was sponsored. It was sponsored by Fish Fingers, but not.
I couldn't get enough of them as well. I had a bloody freezer full.
Yeah.
And what was the question?
First of all, whatever happened to your buy one get one half price offer on Fish Fingers? That just sort of fizzled out, and you didn't.
It fizzled out. It was largely due to supply and demand, to be honest. We had a load of Fish Fingers. How'd you get rid of them? Buy one get one free.
It sounds to me, Graham, like you took the money and ran.
Of course I did. I'm a bloody idiot. How do you think I've got the convertible?
Exactly, Graham. If you hadn't noticed before, Graham's is a corporate whore.
I'm all about the money. I'm all about the dum-dum, da-da-dum-dum.
Yeah, and he doesn't think it's funny. But it still seems like it hasn't expired. The offer is still on.
The offer's still on.
If you can find a Summerfield I don't even know if that shop still exists. But if you can find a Summerfield, and you can
find a deal.
They're always stuck at the last clue. Adele has been stuck at the last clue for 15 years.
Well, let's keep her there.
Yeah, okay. Well, fair enough. Your answer, I really don't think Adele's going to be happy with that answer because she wants to buy one, get one half price fish fingers.
I mean, she's got to get herself... You've told her what she needs to do, so,
So, Adele, you've got to find a Summerfield. If anyone in the chat knows if there's still a Summerfield, XX420 Bong Warriors...
It's raiding with a party of 7.
Thanks for the raid, XX420 Bong. Well, another one of your fans there, Graham. Obviously, XX420 Bong Warriors, one love.
Well, why not? So Adele, sorry about that one. I kid you not, I can't help you. So
yeah, anybody know where there's a Summerfield? Who knows? Right. Dear Graham, all the boys at the bowling alley reckon you once had a world record for something really unusual, but you were swiftly beaten by a small man in Bangkok. Tell me they're all bloody mental and having me on, and that's from DJ Brightwater.
No, well, that's the thing. I used to be a world record holder, and I shall tell you for what... Go on.
Might I point out that you were the world record holder for 6 minutes?
6 minutes? Yeah, I was. Well, back in the day, just for a bit of fun, what I'd like to do was cover myself in PVA glue, right? And I realised I had quite a special talent for if you sprinkled sweet corn all over the floor, rolled myself around in it, I could get over 10,000 kernels of sweet corn stuck to my body, in that kind of a time frame.
But there was one restriction. It was sort of per capita. It wasn't, it was percent of body covered in sweet corn, because you could just be a really tall man, and then you'd win, or a really fat man, and you would win. So it's per kernel. It was, and so what was your percentage of body covered in sweet corn, Graham?
98.5%. Because what I developed, Terry, over time was a little bit of a wriggle and a move, and it sort of stands me in good stead with my lovemaking as well. It's the way that you move, it's not what you've got.
All right, Graham.
So covering yourself, PG, sure. So covered myself in those kernels, and I was really good at it. And I thought, hang on a minute, I'm going to set up a competition. So at the time I was doing a hospital radio show, which was going great guns, but I set something up in the local community for this competition. I was going to be crowned the king. Guinness Book of World Records were going to be there. It was going to be great. Little did I know, the other rival hospital radio had another fella over there who was pretty good at doing pretty much the same thing. He usurped me, didn't he?
Well, in Bangkok, though. He was in Bangkok, though. It says a small man in Bangkok.
When I said I was doing hospital radio, did I say I was doing it in the local area?
No, you were broadcasting to the people of Bangkok.
Yep, because I can speak a multitude of languages, and sometimes the only language that you need is love. So.
Well, I once had a record myself, Graham.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Go on.
I had the most hamstring injuries in a semi-professional tennis season.
Oh wow! How many was that?
It's 42.
42, bloody hell! I bet you didn't get many matches done.
No, I didn't play one match.
Didn't play one match.
No, I just it was in the warm-up every game.
Every time.
I got the warm-up. Yeah.
In fact, I think I remember that, because every time you'd grab it, I'm like, he's pissing around again. But it turns out you weren't.
Well, got myself in the old Guinness Book of Records. It's more than can be said for the rest of the semi-professional
tennis players.
Yeah, none of them are even remembered. Most of them were part-timers. I was.
That's true.
I only had my eye on one prize, and that was getting in the world record book.
Okay. I mean, a lot of people did debate actually whether those hamstrings were real, those injuries.
Okay, we've got quite a lengthy letter here, so try and pay attention to this one because it's a bit rambly. Dear Massive G-Man, this bloke came out of the chip shop saying he'd found God. I followed him home, but you see, I'd just downed a massive tin of Lucozade Sport, and I couldn't find a place to go to have a wee, so I wet myself right in my kegs. So then I went round to my friend Jeff's house to get changed, and he let me in, but he said, before you get changed, watch this video of me doing a massive wheelie last week at the fair, because they have a fair with motorbikes where I live. And that's from Carlos Santana.
Well, that's a story, ain't it?
Yeah. So, you got anything? You got anything for that? That's the letter. That's the letter, Graham. That's it. Do you want me to repeat that, just in case you missed
Well, no, because I knew this was gonna bloody happen. So luckily for you, I've got myself a paper plate and a pen, and I made a note. So he found God, followed God home as you would do. Had a Lucasade sport. He wet himself in his kegs. Went to Jeff's house. Before he came in, Jeff said you need to watch videos of these wheelie gangs, because they have wheelie gangs at the fair near where he lives. Yeah.
That's a good letter. It's
a great letter. So if you could just type back, hi Jeff, thanks for your correspondence to the WallerFM show. It's been really great to have your listenership, and I'm really pleased that you've found God. It's great that you live in a local area where there's so much going on, especially for you and your friends, so you can get out of the house and experience the outside rather than the inside. Please continue to look after yourself. Maybe try and think about seeing a doctor about the fact that you keep wetting yourself, or perchance it might be that you're just having too many Lucasade spots. But if you can, always take a break, and when you do, have a Kit Kat. All the best, Graham, of Graham's Lunch Bunch.
Yeah, that's it's Graham's agony hour, really, isn't it? It's sometimes you've got to read between the lines of the letter. And you've really
you have to snap between the lines of a Kit Kat, you know?
Yeah. Or a bourbon. And bourbons are mostly, unbranded, aren't
they? Non-brand essentials, aren't they?
Yeah. You get a bourbon, same bourbon from multiple different brands. What's that about? Have they all got the same recipe? You'd think they'd tweak it a bit. You'd think there'd be a bit of variation.
Yeah. Well, right. Yeah, that's true. That is very bloody true. That is very true. Anyway, come on.
Here's a short one. Dear Graham, do you ever stop grabbing? From Tina.
When you're a grabber like me, sometimes the mood just takes over you.
Yeah.
Often it's around a full moon or a half moon or a crescent moon or a waxing moon or a waning moon. All the different types of moons, I'm ready for a grabbing.
All the different types of grabbing.
All the different types. Yeah. Oh, that's true, actually. Sometimes I'm grabbing myself a snack. Sometimes I'm grabbing myself the bong. Sometimes I'm grabbing myself some sweet, sweet ass.
Exactly. So. And that's the reason Graham is never turned down a corporate offer, because he needs a few quid in his pocket to pay off some of these lawsuits, don't you? Pay a bit of hush money. Throw a bit of hush money around.
That's true, actually. And there's one thing for staying in your house quite a lot. You can't get done for grabbing.
Yeah, that's good, isn't it? So you've actually dropped a percentage. You dropped at like 3% of your usual Me Too's, haven't you? 3% less Me Too's.
I actually have. Well, it's 2.5%. The other 98.5%, like my sweet corn coverage, is sweet deals.
The question is, Graham, if you've been in the house alone for the last month, but your Me Too percentage has only dropped 3%.
Well, I've got long arms, haven't I?
Reaching into next doors.
I didn't say it, and they can't have me for it. So.
Right. Dear Graham, I think I've been cleaning my balls wrong all these years. Turns out you don't need a brush or a rubber band. That'll save me a few quid. Thanks for the tickles. And that's from Lebanese Louise.
Well, I think that links back into, so what I did is I did a blog for physical health for the Kit Kat website, for Nestle. Yeah. I know what you're saying, but I actually did. And it was just a lot, it was talking about how when we wash our balls, sometimes people are doing it wrong. Like this gentleman said, putting an elastic band round. Some people are doing it twice, double knotting it, triple knotting it, then really either getting a scourer or just, really giving it too much of a rub. And I said, guys, that's not what you need to do. And I showed them. I got my hands nice and lathered, really lathered up in soap, if you can imagine it. And I just gently massaged the whole room's balls, just to let them know that's how you do it. And yeah, I did give them a little bit of a twang.
Yeah, well,
the boys have got clean balls, and when I say boys, I mean men. Boys to men. They were already men, all consensual.
Hey, men to boys, though. That didn't turn out so well, did it?
Well, it didn't, and that's not a pop group that I endorse.
No. I do, though. Graham, I saw you. I saw you at the scooter shop, and I saw you in Couplands. I saw you in the tool shed, and I saw you in the alley. Where's my bloody prize? And that's from Ronald Wish.
That's true, actually, and he's got a really good name for it. Yeah. I mean, he's right, but as we know with the game, you've got to come and tell me, or you ain't getting a prize.
There are these people walking around thinking just spotting you without telling you is going to get them a prize. It's madness, isn't it?
Bloody hell, I'm always in the spotted in all of the local regs, aren't I? Spotted, Graham at Tesco, spotted, Graham tying his shoelace, spotted, Graham sniffing my washing line, you know? You're not getting prizes for that, guys.
Yeah. Graham on a nudist beach.
That's true, actually. Spotted Dick, my favourite pudding.
His little acorn penis out. Anyway, Graham, this is the last letter. Graham, do you think you'll ever let Alan Shearer milk you for charity again, or have you other plans for this year's Wallerade?
Well, I mean, that makes that sound a lot worse than it was. We'd gone to a local sort of charity fair, like you say, it was for charity aid. I dressed as a cow for a bit of fun. And I'd, because I had the time, I made sure that the udders were full of milk. Alan Shearer was there. You know what Shearer's are like if he ain't scoring goals, he's tickling cows' udders. He came over, and it was part of the charm, it was part of the thing. We had a little wrestle, and he squeezed my udders, but I did feel a little bit ashamed afterwards, and that's fine. This year, I don't think Alan Shearer's going to be there. It's going to be Dion Dublin. So,
I know, but you've been doing a lot of things for charity. Let me just remind the viewers that you'll be doing the charity Copper Chew this year, where you've been chewing a handful of small change for 20 minutes. And, anyone who throws their change in has got a chance that you'll spit it back at them and get all the change that was in your mouth. If not, you keep it all. Or it goes to a charity of your choice. For example, the Wolf Protection League, something like that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm up for doing that one again. It's always a good one. You don't know where the coppers have been. You don't know where my mouth's been. It's a bit of a mixed bag.
What did it taste like to chew coppers?
Exactly as the word copper suggests. It's a bit coppery, a bit metally, a bit grimy. But sometimes your mouth wants that, doesn't it? Do I want something sweet, like a sweet Kit Kat? Do I want a bourbon, or do I want some coppers? Do you
remember when you wore a suit of mashed potato for charity?
I did actually, yeah. I did. And I took it down to the local homeless shelter, and they all had a little nibble, didn't they?
Yeah. But you didn't have anything on underneath it.
Nothing on underneath. Well, you can't, can you? You're not going to get mashed potato to stick to a jumper. Come on, be serious. However, it was a little bit of a surprise for those guys, but it was a little bit of a surprise for me as well.
Well, absolutely. If you want to hear more from Graham's questions, letters for Graham, get yourself writing right into Graham. Maybe there's a prize in it for you. But that has been Letters for Graham.
Let us not forget that your correspondence means the world to me.
So the time is 9:30, and you are listening to Terry's adventure show with a sprinkle of Graham, and there was a smidgen of Malcolm earlier.
I think it's fine. It doesn't matter. I am not a petty man. If you need it to be your show, that's absolutely not a problem.
Well, it clearly is my show. I'm clearly the ringleader. I'm clearly the master of ceremonies here, Graham.
Well, I've not been filing the taxes recently, so good luck to you.
Well, there's a surprise. Certainly don't like paying his tax, does Graham? Anyway.
Tax exempt.
I think it's probably a good time to go into part 3 of our Dip into Graham's archive bag. Dip into Graham's handbag. What's in Graham's sack? It's a blast from the past, and it's part 3 of the thing we were listening to earlier. Anything to add to that, Graham?
No, I've actually absolutely switched off from this bag of shite.
WallerFM. But what about, I'm looking at the ident here. I've got a big sort of graphic in front of me, and it says, we'll have a grey old time.
A grey old time, yeah. It's a new catchphrase.
We'll have a grey, is it like the Flintstones?
Yeah, it's not Flintstone. We didn't work on that.
Producers have come up to me and said, they want me to sing some of the advert. We'll have a grey old time.
Yeah.
But why is it not we'll have a grey old Terry?
What? That doesn't... That's awful.
Yeah, but then what happens when I say we'll have a grey old time?
Everyone goes, yeah, we probably...
No, okay, let's put it into practice. We'll have a grey old time.
With me, Graham.
And me, Terry.
No. Why Terry at the end?
Because it's Graham and Terry. Can't you just say with Graham and Terry?
I don't see why we should have to. I don't know why you're getting
if I'm going to sing the theme song, Graham, I've got to put my name in there somewhere. We'll have a grey old time.
With me, Graham.
Me, Terry.
No, don't tag yourself at the end. It sounds pathetic. It sounds stupid.
With Graham and Terry.
Why? Listen, is it going to make you feel better if we say that?
Yeah.
Right, well, we'll say that then.
Thank you.
We'll have a grey old time. With me, Graham.
And Terry.
Oh, no. See, that's not... You know what you've done is you've taken the hand of goodwill and gesture that I've sort of pointed your way and you've thrown it back in my face. Is this to do with the bonus scheme? Is this to do with the bonuses?
Terry.
Is that what it is? Basically, we've got a new sort of... You're being really immature today, Terry. Really immature. We've got a new bonus system, right? And what it is it sort of calls
You boned your sister.
Could you do me a favour and get one of the producers on the phone? Because I think I need to talk about a sort of some kind of on-air dismissal.
Hi, this is Lawrence.
Hi, Lawrence. I'm really sorry to ring you. I am actually on the air at the moment. This is all going out live, so, just sort of watch what you say. But I've got a bit of a problem with Terry at the moment.
Wow, Terry, he's a wild card, isn't he?
He's just being a little bit obnoxious about the fact his name's not in the titles. I don't really know what to say to him. He's not on the website. Is this something... Do you want me to push the sort of ground that it's my show, or do we open it up and let Terry back in a little bit?
Right, okay, I've had a really deep thought about this. Do you know of anyone else who's good on the radio? You got any radio-y friends?
I've got my mate Tom, but he's I don't think he'd be
Graham and Tom.
Graham and Tom.
New, yes.
The new Graham and Tom show.
Right, I'll let everyone know.
If you could send an email out for that, Lawrence, that'd be great. And if you could get Terry to clear his desk by 5, that'd be marvellous.
Bye.
Bye then. Well, you heard all that, Terry.
I don't even know if you're taking the piss or not, Graham. To be honest, I don't give a fuck.
As first shows back go, this is not what we had planned. We sat down yesterday and listeners, and we're going to talk to you now, sort of honestly. Me and Terry sat down yesterday. He didn't air any of these sort of grievances. Thinking about it, maybe I've been a little bit harsh on him, I've got a bit too big for my boots maybe, but, I'm the star. I'm the star of the show. You know it, I know it. But, I'm going to have to work out what to do with the guy.
All right, lads. How you doing?
Why that Tom?
I just saw Terry leave. I thought, maybe something's going on. I just thought, and I just thought I'd come in. So, how you doing, Graham? How you doing? You doing all right, Graham? You doing all right?
Yeah, you calm down a bit, because, this is going... You're a bit excited, Tom.
Oh, have you lost weight? Or you pumping up? You've got a nice T-shirt on. What are you doing? Your glasses
Terry!
I tell you what. I'll give you a ring later.
Could you go and get Terry for me?
Oh, John, to go now. Shall I go and run and get Terry?
You want to get Terry?
Yeah, I'll go and
get Terry back.
I'll go and get Terry. Do you want a drink? Do you want a cup of tea? Do you want a drink? Do you want a pint?
Yeah, I'll have a tea as well.
Do you want to run and get a sandwich?
Will be great. Go and get Terry. Get me a drink and a sandwich. Go on. I hope to God that Terry comes back, because this is radio at its worst. I mean, the show is going to get better. I promise. The shows will get better.
Well, I think we all remember that, don't we, Graham?
Well, some of us remember it more than others, I suppose.
It's kind of, it's sort of kind of making me feel a bit emotional just to think back to that time when I was so angry. It almost wants to, I kind of want to learn from it, because I can feel myself slipping back into that kind of anger, and it's not healthy, is it?
Well, it isn't, and that's the thing, you see, and that's why the cream always rises to the top. I'm the cream, I rise to the top. That's why you're the murky, underbelly of the operation, aren't you?
Have you noticed what I'm trying to do here, Graham? What I'm trying to do is I'm just trying to smooth things out between us two, because I keep, you keep doing these big ego trips, and then I kind of get angry, and I'm trying to just contain that anger, because I want to see the good in you. I want us to be on the same level, but it gets hard when you just keep pushing me.
I know, and I understand that, Terence, I do. I mean, the only thing we could do at this point is actually throw it out. I know at the start there was a lot of Team Graham.
Sorry, what was you saying?
Oh, sorry, are you just eating your Scotch egg?
The crowd liked it.
It does sound like it. I reckon. No, let's throw it out to the chat and let's see if these guys are you Team Terry or are you Team Graham.
Terry. Come on, give us some Terry.
I'm happy.
Let's say that Terry. Let's say that Terry.
I'm happy. Whatever.
Remember, these are yours, boys. These are your boys. Team Terry. Look at all these Terrys. Look at all the Terrys.
Graham. Come on, guys.
Someone's
a couple of Grahams.
Yeah, they're talking about Graham Gooch.
Come on, guys. Graham's gang. Come on, fellas. Graham,
Colin and
the
Craig,
Graham,
Terry,
the G-man.
A lot of Terrys there. I'm seeing a lot of Terry. I'm seeing a wall of Terrys.
Yeah, it's the Waller Terry that is.
Yeah.
You
I
only
went to
need
Africa
one Graham
once and-
You only need to one Graham to sneak through. You went to Africa once.
Yeah, once, and I built a wall of Terrys. Built a wall of Terrys.
That's true.
Built a wall of Terrys because sometimes you just got to help out. Graham likes to take from everyone, whereas Terry
true,
likes to give. Terry
That's true, actually. I think you've got it. You've smashed it. Give yourself a round of applause.
And that's a round of applause. And is there anything for Graham? Oh, did you hear that? Did you hear that?
I heard that. I heard that.
Terry on
But that's the
soundboard.
thing, though. What kind of bed sheets you getting into tonight? I'm getting into bloody silk sheets, and I'm going to go out and wax my convertible tomorrow. What about you?
Just a carrier bag, Graham. Just a carrier bag.
You're just getting into a carrier bag. You're going to have some grey ham in the morning. Yeah. The only grey ham you're getting.
I don't want any other type of ham, Graham.
Good.
The red.
You're not getting.
Well, it's not ready until it's gone grey, Graham.
Well, that's
Isn't
true,
that-
actually. Grey and silvery. That's right, actually. But no,
Usually-
I mean, you were.
Sorry, I was just going to say. Usually, when I buy some ham, I open it, put it in the fridge, and when it's gone grey, then it's ready.
That's true, actually, and that is the way to eat it, and I would suggest that. But no, I want to rewind and take in your sentiment. I realise I've lost a lot of the listeners this evening because I have been a little bit sort of top tier. And actually, what we all need at this time is for everybody to be on the same level. And Terry, you're really good at that. You're the man of the people, whereas I'm a showman of the people. And this isn't the time for a showman. So, guys, I apologise to you in the chat. Terry, I apologise to you. And when Terry, Terry and everything's gone back to normal, and we go back to Graham and his bunch, you can be the head of the bunch. So
Thanks, Graham. And I think it's interesting because this isn't the first time we've been around this cycle. What I'm going to do in a second is I'm going to play part 4 of the archive dig, and it's the same story. It's the same story. I mean, you're all obviously in the chat wondering what happens. Where does it go? Does Terry come back? Well,
yeah, a lot of people are just saying Team Graham, which is bloody nice, ain't it?
are they bollocks, Graham?
No, they are. There's a lot of Team Graham.
Yeah, that's the thing about
Team Graham.
that's the thing about the chat, Graham. You be ironic. You say the opposite to what you mean for attention.
Oh, right,
It's called
okay.
trolling, Graham. Anyway, these are your porridge boys.
Somebody thick off all the apologies. I think you mean of just the one F.
Yeah,
will
just
do.
I think
That's fine.
bad for health. I think you mean of. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
That's why it's so thick.
Yeah.
Christ. No, that's fine. That is fine. You're just taking the piss. We're all Team Terry. Yeah, fair enough. So am
Oh,
I, actually.
honey flavoured Terry Grahams. They sound like a great cereal.
Yeah, actually, that's something that I'm endorsing soon, so look
Yeah,
out
you
for that
would
in your
do.
local shops. Anyway, sorry, I interrupted your stream of consciousness. You were talking about how you were going to pull it all back. I've veered off down a side track. Tell me what's going on.
We're going to go over to part 4,
Part 4.
and then we'll see what happens, won't we?
I suppose we will.
Yeah. Oh, what's going to happen, Graham? Right, okay, I'm just going to put it on part 4 because, sometimes you need a tinkle, don't you? And you go to part 4, you can... some would say a professional wouldn't have said that.
Well,
But I'm not a professional.
you're not a professional. And sometimes, honesty is the best policy. So where do you draw the line?
Yeah. Professionalism
I need-
or honesty?
Ask me if I need a piss.
Do you need a piss, Graham?
No, I only piss once a day. I've told you that. Stop asking stupid questions. That's why it's Graham's bunch, isn't
Are
it?
you saying you only pith once a day? You mean like the orange pith? The pith, of
Piss,
the
yeah,
orange?
I only piss once a day. That's really tricky if I'm talking
Well,
about piss and piss.
I only have about 1 orange a day, Graham, so I only pith once a day as well.
Well, that's true. I always peel the piss off. So
Yeah, well, you can pith off.
I said piss, not piss. Right. Anyway, come on. Part 4.
Okay, part 4.
Well, I'm still trying to get hold of Terry. We're going to play one of my new games that I thought of myself. It's Graham's Calculated Chaos. So get your calculators at the ready. Let's open up those phone lines. So sorry, it's a bit of delay. I didn't know. Terry usually does the buttons for that.
Hello, how are you doing?
I'm all right, thank you. Welcome to Graham's Lunch Bunch.
And thank you for having me on the show.
Have you got a calculator
I
ready?
do have a calculator, which is my brain.
You're going to need one in front of you, though.
No, I do not need a calculator in front of me.
You do, because it's called Calculated Chaos, because you've got 10 seconds to spell out a rude word when you turn your calculator upside down.
782457823.
Hang on, let me just sort of type that one into my calculator. 782457883. Upside down, that would be... That's not a word, that's just numbers.
To you, it's just numbers. To me, it means a lot of things.
What's it mean?
I don't want to say it on the radio.
Oh, no, that's not going to work, I'm sorry. Terry, oh God. How do we cut the... Are you still there?
I'm still here, and I would like to say congratulations on a very nice show. But so far, my calculations have been that it is not quite the same without Terry.
Oh, I know, that's what I'm thinking. I'm trying to get him back, but we've got the... Right, okay, so... I'm going to have to... He's gone.
I will be your new
He's still
co-host.
there. I don't want you to be my co-host. I'm all right.
You have not cut me off the phone. I've been waiting for a long time in the queue.
Right, okay. So if you... All right, sell yourself. You've got literally 15 seconds. I'm going to count it. Sell
I
yourself,
can
15
calculate any
seconds.
mathematical equation in my head. I'm very quick at maths. I program in C, Python, Perl, PHP, C++.
You've got more
Sold.
time.
Sold.
No, not sold yet.
Looks like we better hire this guy.
No, you can't. That's not, because that's you saying that, isn't it? So I suggest I don't quite know how to hang the call.
I can quote
If you could
any
just...
comedy series
If you could just pop your phone on hang up now, that'd be great. That'd help me.
Okay, let's take another caller now.
All right. Okay. How are we going to do that? You're on the line.
I think we should take another caller, Graham.
Yes, we should. Right. And in order for us to take that other caller, my new partner in crime, you're going to have to hang up so we can get another caller through. I'll bring you straight back.
Negative.
Oh, come on.
Negative.
Ooh, I need to send a really urgent fax. I've got a fax for you over your timesheet to fill in. So if you could just hang up, I'll fax it over to you because you're tying up the phone line, and then we'll ring you straight back.
Graham, back in 2008, there was a letter from God. How did you actually talk to
I'm
God?
really sorry about this, listeners. This really has been possibly one of the worst starts
Tell
to a
me,
show.
Graham, tell me. My friend's brother's sister says he knows you and you go to the same church group as him.
I can't. What,
Could you sign me an autograph?
No, I can't. Will you just go?
Could you sign my calculator?
No, will you just
Could
go?
you send me an email?
Yes, but you're going to have to hang up first because
Do you have
otherwise...
a cough inside anyone else's mouth?
No.
Looks like we've got another caller on the line. Hello? Hello? What's your name?
You're making up your own voice. You can't do that.
So, John, what do you like about the new show? I like the maths man.
I can't even take this seriously. I'll tell you what, I'm going to go and I'm just going to leave you to get on with it.
Okay. Thank you, Graham. That was a great call. So, here we are on Mathematical Matthew's Maths Meltdown. Oh, no. Looks like we've got a book review coming up. What's the book? It is Calculating Infinity by Marcus D. Howe. Oh, what an interesting book. I read that once. Yes, you did, didn't you? Hey, guys. I'm just, Graham, over to you.
I can't do this. Can you just, seriously, hang him up now? He's gone. That caller's gone.
Would you like me to go, Graham?
No, yes, I would like you to go now.
Okay.
He's gone.
Go on, then, go.
No, you've got to go. This is my show. He's gone. He's gone now. Matthew
he's
the
gone,
math
Graham.
genius has gone. Terry, you're back. Oh my lord, Terry. What do you want the show to be?
Terry's Tricky Truffles.
No, we can't. Not. It's compromise.
Talk Terry. Love Terry. No?
No. Like, what was the? Do the theme tune that they want you to sing.
Terry
again.
Flicks.
No, do the theme
No.
tune.
We'll have a grey old time.
With myself, Graham, and
Terry.
one of the stars of the show.
That's much better, Graham.
There you go. Are you happy with that?
I'm alright with that.
Well, it all worked out in the end, didn't it, Graham?
It all comes back round, doesn't it? What goes around comes around. So
Everything got fixed in the end, and Graham, he took a little nibble of humble pie, didn't he? And he stepped back and he let Terry back in. It's almost like we could learn a lesson from this.
we'd learn a lesson from that. We could, or we could get the mathematics man back on because he was all right, wasn't he?
Yeah, Mathematical Matthew's Maths Meltdown. That'd be a great show.
He was pretty good on the phones, actually, and I like how he has improvised the actual calls that were happening himself. That's pretty good.
Yeah, if you're out there, Mathematical Matthew, come back. We might have a space for you. I mean, not many people are turning up to do the shows these days. If I'm honest,
That still feels like a bit of a jibe when actually we've smoothed over this one, Terry. You're back in the bunch. You're the head of the bunch.
I'm not the head of the bunch. I'm one of the Grahams.
You're the lead of the bunch. If the bunch are there, you're the lead bunch. You know, if someone's got a question, from the bunch that they want to ask me, they're going to take it to you first, and then you can reword it and reframe it and bring it to me. That works. That's right, isn't it?
Well, you know, sometimes you've got to continue with the show. I don't know if that was a knock at the door or not. I'm gonna ignore it because we've got to be professional, haven't we? Usually, the person who, you know, monitors the sort of the halls outside the studio, he seems to be absent today, as most people are. So I can't really. Should I stop Graham? Who do we usually answer the door to people?
Oh, right. So now you want to come to the head of the show, do you? You want to come to the big G man, the G Rod.
Well,
the guy
honestly,
that's running
Graham,
the
there's
show.
a skeleton staff here at WallerFM, and there's a guy at the door. Look, just 1 minute, because I'm running the show. There's a skeleton staff here at WallerFM, and usually... Right, okay, I'll get it.
Just go answer it. Go answer it. It's fine. It's not a problem.
Hey, now then, how you doing, Teddy, you fucking bellend? What you doing in my studio? Mr. Shadax, I believe it is. Yeah, it is fucking Shadax. How's it going, everyone? What were you doing? Is your show your show's finished ages ago, mate? It's my turn. I've been waiting outside to get in.
No, well, it's still our show.
Graham, you fucking bellend. No, I didn't know, because it's MC Shadak's fucking Pirate Radio belt down. Yeah, there you go. We got fucking everyone in chat. Big up, respect to it's fucking Shadax in the house. Who wants Shadax? If I say MC, you say Shadax. MC Shadax. Fucking, I've been on fucking mic, mate. Right, fuck off, Terry.
I mean,
should I? I'm intimidated. Yeah, you are fucking intimidated, mate.
Christ, we've got a situation, guys. We've got a situation.
Just fucking get out my seat, dickhead. Oh, well, see you later, Graham. I've got to go.
I mean, I totally get it. You're also top tier, Shadak. So.
Bo biggity fucking Windham freestyle. We got the freestyle people go. This is full on pirate radio. Everyone's in the house now. Can I get a shout out in the chat? Fucking Shadax. Graham, what are you fucking doing?
Well, no.
What are you on the line for, Graham? You were Terry's guest. I'm doing the fucking show now.
I know, but the thing is, though, that Terry would normally wrap up the show and then we'd go. But I'm happy to go. That's not a problem.
So I'll fucking wrap it up for him. Thanks, big ups, respecter. This is fucking 10-bag Terry. Seeing you out. Get out the fucking building, mate. Fuck off.
If you could just wrap it up with a brilliant thank you very much to Graham and his bunch.
I'll see you later. I'm just going to see you.
No, you could do that if you could just say...
Right, he's fucking gone. He's fucking gone.
Just wrap it up with.
Who's on the line? Who's on the line right now? Just who are you?
It's me. It's Graham.
Fuck off, mate. Get off the line. I've got to clear the line. I've got to ring my mate in. Yeah, you've gone. He's gone. Right. Fucking hell. Let's get fucking buzzing. Bo Biggity Bo freestyle. We ain't got any fucking music on today because music guy ain't turned up. So I'm going to go over to the phone lines. I'm going to give a ring to my mate. Better pick up though, because he's been like sleeping for most of the week. Who's that? There he is! Fucking yeah, mate. Buzzing. Bo Biggity Bo freestyle. It's fucking MC Shadax.
How's it going?
Nice one. And it's DJ Nightcrawler on the fucking line.
On the fucking Nightcrawl prowl, fella. How's it going?
Fucking.
What we doing?
You gotta watch out though, because this guy on the line, right? Fucking locked down. And by that I mean you've been fucking locked up, haven't you, mate?
No, I have, mate. Yeah, but it's all right though. I don't mind it. It's all right. It's all right. It's not as bad as they make out.
Fucking good, innit? Like you can get. Have you been still managing to like sort your son out with pills and that in the fucking inside?
Mate, you can get anything in here. Where do you think they're made, mate? Where do you think they're made? They're not made out in factories, are they? They're made out in these are the factories where we are now. This is what's happening, mate.
Mate,
It is like a festival of fucking skills. It's a workshop on workshop on workshop.
If you
Who wants to
fucking
learn how to pick locks? I do.
Oh, mate, you got to fucking pick all locks because it's like lockdown, so lock up. Pick it all
Lock up.
down, you know?
Lock it down.
It just
but
feels
lock
like
it
we're
up.
starting a fucking freestyle, mate. I need some fucking tunes on I didn't bring any tunes. I mean, one of these buttons has got to be our tunes, hasn't it?
In Yorkshire,
that's not
dance
our...
floor shows and torches.
Fuck, that's
call
not
it
our
what do you
tune.
want to call it? While it's in your back, pop, 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 pugga, 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 pugga,
Which one's our tune, then? Is
rewind.
maybe this one. What, does that sound
Which
like our
one's it?
music, mate? Let me just
I
bang that
can't
up.
hear no
That's
music,
fucking
mate.
bass.
I can't hear no music, mate.
Fucking bass. Can you fit it?
There's no music coming on. I can't hear no music, mate.
Oh, it's not fucking working, mate.
Oh,
Oh, you fucking
Fire in
heard
the
it, didn't
booth.
you? Yeah, right, it is. Like,
Yeah, mate.
all you dickheads in the fucking chat, fuck off. We don't need you anymore.
We don't need you anymore.
This is
That's
just
it. We don't
this
have a
is just-
fucking between me and you, innit, mate?
We've got a business going right here. This is all a call out to go into all our fucking street crew. Assemble, will you? We've got a distribution connection been established on the fucking west side. I'll just whisper the address so like only dealers can hear it. Right, 37 Ashbourne Crescent.
Ashbourne Crescent Crew.
Yeah, well, fucking don't say it too much.
Don't
mate, 'cause
shout
we'll
it,
get-
though.
If you're a cop, there's nothing going on there. But if you're one of our street crew, that's where the pickup place is.
I don't know. I've only got like 4 fucking minutes of credit, right? And I don't know whether
It's
I
all right, mate. It's all right. We're wrapping it up, mate. We've only got a few minutes left. Oh, he's left some
whether I
fucking
should-
biscuits here and all, mate. Oh,
Has
yeah.
he? What
Aye.
biscuits you got, mate?
Oh, bourbons, innit?
Ah, what, you can't get them down here?
No, what I've heard, right? You should know this because you've been on the inside. If you get them all together, put them in a bag, wet them, put them in toilet, flush the toilet, you've lost them, haven't you?
You've lost them, mate. That's it. It's true. You've lost them.
Yeah.
But like, if what we do sometimes do though, we do half of that. We get half at bags of crumbled up bickies from end. We do wet them. We wet them with toilet water, and we just make a mega biscuit, and then we all have a game of fucking mucky biscuit, don't
Oh, mucky biscuit. It's like fucking soggy biscuit to the extreme.
we? To the extreme, mate. Mucky biscuits for everyone, and then like we all have a little nibble.
Oh, that sounds ace, mate. I'm going to have to start doing some crimes so I can join you, mate.
Yeah, mate. Why not? Why not, mate?
They don't
Yeah.
let you choose, though, does they?
What's that, mate?
They don't let you choose. Like, I can't just say, oh, could you put me in fucking cell with my mate? Because they always put me in cell with someone I don't like.
It's a lot picking, mate, though, isn't it? Pick your locks, mate. Pick your
Well,
locks
what
and
if I
get
don't learn
fights,
it?
mate.
What if I'm not in the cell with a guy that knows how to pick a lock? I'm stuck in there, aren't
Festivals
I?
of skills, though, innit, mate? What you on about? People fat shouting, bring back Terry. What you on about?
You go fuck yourself, fucking Matt Perry. You're a fucking dickhead. Who's in the chat? Gold thing. Lottie Cat. Yeah? I'll fucking come over there. I'll
mate.
fucking smack.
If this is what you all came for?
Yeah, this is what you're all here for, isn't
Came
it?
for? Is this what you're all here
Yay, big up the nighttime crew. We will be playing pumping tunes like this one. That's not very good, is it? That's fucking call it what you fucking want to call it.
for? Oh, shush.
Yeah, bitch. Shite, mate. I don't like that song. What about this one?
It's not the best one.
It's got a. I reckon we could drop to that.
My name is Graham. I've got my own show.
That's shite, mate. He's trying to rap. He's fucking trying to rap. He should have got us in on that. We could do way better fucking freestyles than that.
My name is Nightcrawler. This is my show, and every time I look at you, I know what to do. I've got no money, but I've got no dough, so I'm making up flour, and I'm making up creams, and I'm making up pies for everybody screaming.
You're making up
Beep, beep,
creams?
beep. Yeah, mate. Just face creams and creams. Foot
So,
cream.
anyone in the chat, if you need to get any face creams or foot creams, then our man DJ Nightcrawler on the west side, who's in the west side of the prison, he can break out quite easily because he knows his lockpicking skills. He'll help you out with some creams if you need them.
Fucking
like-
testament to crew, Soz. I'm just diving into the chat. MC Zipperdick.
Oh, now, fucking nice one, Zipper Dick.
MC and names just all over it. Aren't
Get on fucking track, mate. We'll give you a feature.
Peacher. We don't want to beat you.
MC Zipperdick, Casey Diggity Dog.
Beats, busy beats.
Kyle Rona.
Yeah, well,
who are you,
this
Pissy
is
Skull? Fucking Pissy Skull.
This is what you all wanted, though, isn't it?
Yeah, this is what you're all on. And you know what, mate? No one's in the studio apart from me. Gonna get me knob out.
I'm in jail on my own. I'm not gonna get my knob out.
No, you don't want to do that in fucking prison,
I'm not
mate.
in jail on my own, mate.
It'll seem like a fucking invitation.
That's true, actually. That's true. Oh, mate, I'm just, you know what I mean? And that's it.
Shall we go over to the phone lines real quickly?
Yeah, mate.
I think I got a caller coming through.
Oh, then, boy.
Oh, PC. Is it pizza? Pizza.
No, it's pizza.
Oh, my own pizza, mate.
No, I'm not doing too bad, mate.
Yeah, mate.
I'm feeling a bit like I think I've had a bit too much, mate. I think I've had a bit too much, mate.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, mate.
Do
Yeah. Do you reckon you could drive a bus or a supercar?
Yeah,
Which
mate. If I started driving buses, mate, then fucking world would be back on track, wouldn't it? Because I know all shortcuts, don't I?
You get speed at track, and Earth would start spinning a bit faster again, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I've been riding in Superbus for the last fucking
Yes, mate.
last 2 years. I've just been going around corners in Superbus and that. And,
Riding it or driving it? Are you taking tickets, or are you letting us on for free?
It depends, like what you got for me and that. You know, this guy came over and I fucking wrecked his head open because he never had an out for me. So that's just a fair warning.
It's fair warning, mate. It's fair warning, that though, isn't it? That's it. Anyway.
Yeah. If he don't give me a key or a pill, then.
Yeah, mate. What trainers you wearing?
I've got some nicks at the moment.
Ah, mate. I'm sorry for your loss, mate.
I had some Astros as well, but I've lost them.
Oh, sorry for your loss, mate. That's.
So if I could just get the double burger, fries, and do you still do chicken and waffles?
Yeah, we do. But we're out of the chicken. But we've still got some waffles. But we can do you a turkey drummer's stick thigh with it.
Oh, I'll have turkey drummers if you've got them, mate. Fucking turkey drum.
Do you want to supersize it?
Oh, I think someone wants to know about the vegan. Is there any vegan options? Because I've gone vegan at the moment because I don't abuse my body in the world I live in.
Yeah, that's fair enough, mate. I think bourbon's a bit of vegan, aren't they? I'll get you a bag of bourbon.
Oh, I've already got. That sounds really good, doesn't it? All the DJs, calling them all out. Yeah, we're having a massive rave this Thursday week. Just get you sitting down there. Get you sent on Superbus, mate. I think I've had too much, mate.
Nice one, mate. Listen. Do me a favour.
Oh yeah.
Do us a favour, mate. Fuck off.
All right, mate. Sound. Just get you sent down
Nice
to my
one.
rave.
So everyone thought swears like, but it's got to that time at night, hasn't it?
Fucking has, mate. That was a good caller. Cheers. We didn't get his name, but that was a good caller. Everyone's rushing. Everyone's dropping. How's everyone doing? Are you started coming up yet?
Mate, he proper brought me down.
Yeah, it was a bit of a downer in, mate. I thought, I'd let you handle it and that, because I probably would have just jumped on there and started sort of like shaking him. Where's Terry, mate? Fucking where's Terry? Have you not got the Radio Times? Terry's show's finished. My show's started. Just calm your balls.
You're hype, man. Balls.
Fucking hype me up, mate. Hype me up.
Freestyle.
Mate. Yeah.
Freestyle, yeah.
Yeah. Because they call me Shradax. Fucking
Shradax.
Where's Colin?
The Nightcrawler.
What a fucking bell end. Where's Colin? I've got a fucking good mind to get into that chat and just start fucking nibbing people.
Knocking people out. Just ripping a few shoulders off.
Mate.
Yeah, mate.
Listen here, right? This is another one that like the law shouldn't be listening to. I probably should have done this on a private call and that, but I've been informed of a little bit of money we can make.
Go on.
Kneecapping the elderly, mate. Only those who are over.
Of course, because like the knees are a bit slippier, aren't they?
That's the thing. It's fucking well easier, mate. It's well easier.
Easier. Just give it a little tap with a fucking butter knife.
Yeah. So if
mate.
you'd like, it's good money, and I know
knees, mate. Wet knees.
I know you're in there, mate, and it's not going to look good on your case, is it? If we start kneecapping, but
oh, mate, I'm not doing it.
No, I'm not doing it either, mate. I thought you were gonna. I was gonna get you to do it.
Mate.
No, I was gonna get you to do it and take the profit. No,
mate, I've got my fucking paper round to sort out when I get out of here.
Fuck that, mate. I'm out of here anyway, mate. Fucking my show's nearly done. It's only a short show for me today.
I just wanted to let everyone know that I'm still working on my swimming pool management MVQ, so don't fucking start thinking I've given up on my dreams.
Don't give away your fucking
Listen, mate,
dreams,
I know how to tip my chemicals into a swimming pool. If you want to test me, don't even fucking try it, because I know how to test it. So
fuck it, yeah. Anyway, like I said, is Graham and Terry going to be back? Are they fucking going to be back, mate? They've gone.
Chlorine, borine. Have you got chlorine?
Right, I think just to play everyone out now, I'm going to drop a beat, and my fucking good man on the fucking phone here, inside, he's probably time's running out on his phone, so he needs to sort this out. He's going to drop the biggest rap you've ever seen, mate.
Biggest rap you've ever seen. I'm gonna be on fire with this rap.
Yeah, you got this, homeboy, you got this. God, yeah.
So I'm just trying to find my rhythm. When you're listening to the beats and you're trying to find your feet, but you can't seem to get out, because you forgot your towel.
Rewinding.
Everybody knows that you're following climbing the roofs, swinging on trees, walking on air, and everybody plays.
Flesh crack, floopadoo crack, bum crack, fuckidum crack, wempem crack, a flippidum crack, bit crack. I'm just doing fucking beats, mate. I'm speaking my beats.
Sorry, mate.
Beatboxing's evolved since you've been inside, mate. Beatboxing's evolved. Yeah, are you ready?
I lost it. I'm ready.
Flam, cresh, a wapadum flesh, flam, cresh, flum, fackadum fesh, bum, tish, flippadum tish, bum, tish, slippadum fitch, tip, 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 tip,
down into the gutter.
dum, cash, badum, cash, dum, cash, badum, dum, cash, badum, posh.
An orange juice.
That's fucking buzzing, that is, mate.
Yeah, mate.
I can't wait until fucking super clubs reopen so we can jump on fucking Monkey and do that. How about it?
Beatsy.
Fucking Donny Massid. Anyway, you guys have been fucking bollocks.
You've been bollocks. You've all been bollocks.
You've been fucking shit, mate. Everyone's been absolutely bollocks. Fuck Terry, fuck Graham.
This has been best time in my life. Thanks, everyone. I've had
best time since you've been inside, at least.
Best time since I've been inside. I know you're only being horrible to them all, but I think actually they're all pretty nice. I've had a great nice time. I've liked all of you. You've said nice things. We've done a great good show for you all.
Yeah, and if you think we're going to pass back to Graham and Terry, it's fucking bollocks. It's not happening. It's not happening, mate. They've gone.
Mate, everyone's got to just get over it. It's gone, mate.
I do it, but I just know Graham's not got it in him. Because he don't care about the people. I've still got love for the street, but he ain't. Like, it's the fucking...
I'd do it as well, but I know that Terry is just a big ball bag, isn't he?
Yeah, and
bag of balls,
and I've got fucking words for you. He's got a fucking speckled ball bag as well.
Oh,
no, Terry has.
Terry has.
Because he fucking got it out on TikTok, and I saw it. Not that I go on TikTok.
And not that you're looking at ball bags.
No, I don't even know what TikTok is, mate.
Top tier, mate. I'm top tier. You're top tier.
We're all fucking top tier. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a chat. I'm going to press a button and it's going to make some drum and bass play, and that means everything's going to be good.
Everything's going to be finished. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, take a bow for yourselves. Take a bow for each other.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Cheers, what we got? Okay, let's try this one. I think this one's going to be drum and bass.
The round is sound in Yorkshire, a dance floor charts and talk show. Call it what you want to call it, Waller's in your back pocket.
I think one of these buttons is going to turn it off. I'm going to turn it off if I press one of these buttons. It's over, mate. It's over.
It's finished, mate.
It's finished. It's over. It's over.
Is it over?
Is everyone still here?
Is everyone still here?
I'm pressing. It's over. I'm pressing. It's fucking over. See you later, boys. Bye.